Hello friends, how are you? Internet. Click this.
But Leviathan is out of our lobby, and here comes Hodsick.
Smile picks up one as well from Team Nadeshot, so Smile's on one. His teammates down. A bunch of solos on the map, and MW, they leave a duo out. At least for now.
It's broken. Oh. What is happening?
Highly doubt it. 4 seconds left.
Okay.
Smile content with his winnings. Not gonna scam. They both trade some damage, but that is it. Woohoo! All right. Little taste of blood at the end, but
Why is it not like fitting? Chrome uses more resources. My issue is not Crow. It's that this guy's body is off screen. Properties. Why? Why is this not? Oh, okay. Now I fixed it. What is happening? Small indie company. Ja, you heard Payazi. Hi, Winnie. Yeah, because I have to have a Chrome tab. I have to have a Chrome tab for co-streaming. And then I have to have another tab for watching. Thank you, Praxi.
See what I did there? You ain't seen nothing yet.
Let's knock them off their feet.
Welcome back, Delta Force Rise Series America's Survivor Stage 2. And we just wrapped up Map 1, Zero Dam, and it frankly was a banger. There was a lot of fights towards the end, but even some at the very beginning. Team Nadeshot, the biggest winners after Map 1, and they'll find their way to the top of the leaderboard. But there's a couple other folks out there, Tiff, that have found some advantages. We saw crazy 4.2 mil key card. We saw MW get out with the AWM they could use in the next round. A lot to talk about going into the next round.
Yeah, 100%. It's going to get crazy. When you think about Brackish, you kind of just open the door of how things play. A very stark difference in our regions on who prioritizes what. But Brackish in the Americas yesterday is where we saw our first teams make their move. It was Nightmare yesterday with 6 kills getting themselves a brick. But coming into this, fresh off a stellar performance, Team Nadeshot start with 12 squad points. We've already breached double digits, and we're showing that we can consistently kill and also get those supply points that are needed to add up for your squad points. Leviathan, a little bit of a slower start. Had initial knock, but we do answer back with some nice moments there from Socio, Madwin, WK Forever, Fluxo, and then Team Liquid. Team Liquid, that one hurts still.
Yeah, Team Liquid with basically nothing from that map, right? Those 2 supply points just come from the resupply that you get. So a great effort, I suppose. But frankly, don't be too worried about Team Liquid. This is what they did yesterday, and they really popped off towards the end, just barely missing out. I still put Team Liquid as one of the teams that should or frankly could qual. But then again, it is double mana brick format. Anybody could make it. It comes down to playing the objective, not just the kill. So a nice value add for Team Nadeshot to find themselves at the top of the leaderboard, but we're just getting started. Next round, mana brick round, Brackish, chance for an airdrop as well. High caliber weapons could be on the map. And so I asked the question of the comp. We've got a lot of operators we can choose from, and we saw in EMEA that a lot of players, a lot of teams did elect to go ahead and burn a Tempest, one of their 2 that they can use in the first 6 maps, here on map number 2.
Yeah, but honestly, I think the Luru pick is going to be the most important. Gizmo has been starting to kind of be one of a favored picks onto Brackish. You can see most popular operators, Aluru, Raptor, Gizmo. Yes, 1000%. You're correct on the Tempest. Typically, we'll get maybe 1 to 3 from our teams. It just depends on how much value we're looking at and if you're going to be guaranteed a tier 1 spawn or not. But if you burnt a tier 1 on Zero Dam, you're probably not going to bring a Tempest into this round.
Well, there you go. I like that intel. Of course, we know that Aluru, Gizmo, Raptor, probably the top 3 most popular, and you'll see probably this comp out there. Great zoning utility from Gizmo and Aluru, and then Raptor just really valuable for intel on this map. So like you were talking about, Tiff, these spawns do really matter, and Team Nadeshot and WK Forever will not be able to get a tier 1 spawn, which means they will not be in the red. They will not be closest to the brick. For those watching maybe for the first time on Nadeshot's watch party, the Mantle Brick spawns just outside of Royal Museum in mid-map. So tier 1 spawns are the closest to it. That is the case on all of our maps that have a Mantle Brick. There's also a decoding station inside that museum as well. So this tier 1 spawn here, very important. Won't see Team Nadeshot there, but could see plenty of other teams. We'll see if they're able to get the brick first, or if some of the teams that show up late will still get the brick at the very beginning. Now, folks, guess what? It's time. We're moving into the second game, which means we got a
Brickash,
giveaway.
time for the
Get your fingers
code.
ready. Go earn your SR3M Combat Ready skin by typing in this code as fast as humanly possible in-game or on the official website. Only 25 of you will be lucky winners. Only 25 total redemptions on this code. Gotta be quick if you want to earn it. Go get your hands on the skin ASAP. We got a couple more of these later in the broadcast. So if you missed this one, don't worry. Just be ready for the next ones. Tiff, I'm pumped about it. Let's get into Brackish.
Let's do it. Who's going to show up, show out, and get themselves the first Mantle Brick of our Survivor Match Day 2 here? Mind you, guys, if you want to get into the Delta Force Finals tomorrow to play for at minimum $10,000, then it has to start here.
That is exactly right. And we tune in with FX, who have pulled the new Tower of Babel, and so has Team Liquid. These two teams the furthest from the brick in some high-value looting areas, and yes, loot does matter, but we got to get eyes on the brick. We got to get eyes on our Tier 1 spawners, those that spawn the closest to it. It will be, it looks like, Leviathan and Mad Win closest to the brick to kick things off.
I was like, why is it so blue on the edge? I was like, oh, because she buffed herself. I thought it was my monitor.
Let's take a look at the brick. You can see it just outside of Museum. Here are the two teams I was talking about. One set up inside, one set up outside.
And there usually is kind of this big contention point of, do we send out? We don't have any Tempest, so we're not going to be waiting for those Tempest ults to be off cooldown. Takes about 2 minutes, right? So we're not going to see that immediately on play. So these Raptors that are scanning the skies and kind of picking up people on the road, this is where you need to know, okay, it's good, it's time. Once the Vandal Brick spawns, we are golden to send it. For Leviathan, you know, I would love to see them jump on it early, fresh off that Tier 1 spawn. Madwin also getting it, because now Team Nadeshot and WK Forever have already started to descend down from the north.
A bit of a stalemate at the Mana Brick. So Tier 1 spawns are nice because you get to this power position, but are you going to make the first move? Leviathan electing to stay patient. Madwin maybe wrapping out. We need to pay attention to the brick. If they had one outside, maybe going for a play while inside they loot. In MW, it would be the biggest story of the Delta Force Rise series if they were able to get their first brick throughout now 5 weeks of competition. They have not been able to get a mantle brick yet. Big moment for them in the kickoff here. FX have shown up, so they've rotated all the way over, and they're going to be coming in the south side of where this mantle brick spawns, and they're going to be playing against Leviathan for this brick. As Loud is currently still by himself, looting out inside. Madwin is the only team inside of Museum itself, while FX is staring at the backside of the brick and also making sure that they don't get flanked by another team.
Very interesting. But I do like how quickly they've rolled out of the tower, and it is just focusing on actually playing for the brick. Now, the initial brick pickups have been much more slower paced. And that's okay. Think about Brackish Match 2 yesterday for Americas. Now, FaZe was initially the first team to grab it and run it over just south of the Blue River Hotel. Nightmare then go on to take it and hold it throughout the entirety of that match. It was a clean decode, but it was a bit stalled. So that match timer really coming into effect late into these stages because of the initial 4-minute decode if people aren't stealing it back and forth.
Well, worth mentioning, haven't had a chance to talk about it too much yet. Operator comps. Not one player is running Tempest. Not one team repping Tempest in this map. Nice pull, MW.
Dang, okay.
Find actually a key card. It's only 744k, but we take those plus the gold sculpture. That's going to be a solid 1.1 plus mil that they just found by looting inside of Museum.
Team Liquid need this brick
for the fight for the brick to kick off. So, hey, we take those. It's an extra supply point. Look at the map again. Nobody moving for the brick early. This is reminding me of EMEA. The game clock may be a factor when somebody does decide to go for it, but without a Tempest on the board, without that Tempest ult to go play for steals or takeaways at the spawn, I'll be curious to see who moves first. And we do see WK Forever going for the boss here. This is how you get the lucky wooden sculptures, so worth killing the boss and getting that loot.
And we see him go down. Michael Bay explosions, beautifully done. Elsewhere, Team Nadeshot waiting for the airdrop that is spawning just on the outskirts of Blue River Hotel. In just about a minute, they'll be able to see what they are going to be benefiting for themselves. But there goes those lucky wood sculptures. They'll be able to exchange those out for some nice gear.
Yeah, it's actually super valuable. It's another way to get gold. You can only buy gold once in the entirety of the match, but you can use these lucky wooden sculptures to exchange them, plus some vouchers you have to buy for golds as well. So pretty actually important point. See some teams prioritize them, especially if you can get it for free. It's nice to have.
Ooh, FX. From the entryway, we can already see, but keep tabs on Leviathan, who have been lying in wait, casually peeking out from above.
Team Liquid had to play so slow on this map because every team is ratting.
Yeah, Team Nadeshot,
I don't think there's a single team not ratting.
Landing. Reminder for folks, this first airdrop is going to be that high tower weapon. It's going to be a big sniper.
Do you send her the video?
Playing for the brick. No qualms about their play. Some covering fire, unfortunately. They back off. They didn't feel like they had the right angle. They saw Widows on the low side, Eclipse on the high side, probably going to lose a life. They back way out, going to readdress this fight from a different angle, while does look like Team Nadeshot are able to get that M82. So no this time, M82, just as strong in my opinion. Maybe a little bit longer ADS time, but otherwise that thing hits like a dang truck with those 50 cal rounds. So watch out for Team Nadeshot with a big gun coming in to solve big problems.
Is this the Wild West down in Texas? Like, bro, we're gonna hit the standoff, which definitely feels like it over here on Brackish. I will say nice moves from FX to immediately put a ton of damage down onto Leviathan with some smokes, but did not get the brick. So nothing came of it except for that information with Socio.
No one's grabbing it, as you can't grab it. They're just ratting the brick.
Does this allow them?
This lobby is gonna play so slow until Space City.
It's split hold. You would look in with Marino, who's got the backline for FX, holding mid-map.
Now listen, I'm not one to complain about playstyles, okay? I'm no pro. But man, I'd like to see some aggressiveness here. I'd like to see somebody take a step, a leap of faith. Get your teammates to covering fire for you. Go play the brick here. I think there's a pretty good chance that either MW or Leviathan could go for it, but since it's taken so long, FX is now thinking twice about themselves pushing either and just waiting for somebody else to scam first. So it turns into this big waiting game. But the game clock timer, it's been 7 minutes. Hardly a bullet has landed on an opponent yet. Hardly blood put out at all.
Spilled. There we are.
Thank you. I found it.
But the problem is,
is it really spilt though? Because nobody's even gotten knocked yet. You know, it's just like a little flesh wound.
Yeah, just some mere poke damage through the window. But it's like you're taking the stick. You're like, come on, do something. And I respect it because you don't want to fall early. All the times we see our teams go out early, they're not really able to not only not get the brick, but you're not getting squad points. And it did come down to a squad point differential over in the EMEA region once Genius grabbed back-to-back bricks in maps 4 and 5. So very important.
Yeah, I mean, technically, it came down to squad points in Survivor Stage 1, too. We had 2 teams with a single brick and a team with a double brick. So, you know, it is very important. Definitely don't want to make any big mistakes here. And Team Liquid have just decided that, hey, guess what? We get the Tower of Babel spawn. We're just going to loot this entire time. Don't worry about anybody else. Nobody's gotten the brick yet. They can tell when somebody grabs the brick. They will know if it's in a decoding station. They're not leaving Tower of Babel until somebody grabs the brick. They're just using all of this time to loot. Unfortunately for them, frankly, they've gotten pretty unlucky. They have looted most of the Tower of Babel, and they have 1.2 million assets. That is ridiculous. Finally, there it is. Able to find a little boomstick action, a little 600K. We take those. 1.8 mil now. They're creeping their way up, but MW playing from Museum, a much smaller PLI, have nearly double the amount of loot Team Liquid has.
Ooh.
Just unlucky.
Okay. Still, 9.5 minutes. No one committing to said brick. Meantime, we're looking at that second airdrop going straight towards Team Nadeshot. Writing the script for airdrops at this point in time, but as we look towards the brick, Leviathan wants a team fight. They really do. Widow's down there holding that bottom window on the left side. Socio keeping tabs on the upstairs.
Yeah, I mean, I'd want a team fight too if I was Leviathan. They're in the best spot to hold brick for sure. But for now, Team Nadeshot content with playing the other objectives because they're not in a power position around the brick, so they're going to grab both airdrops. Let's see if they get lucky. Okay.
Too bad. A couple golds, little XP data red, and a fossil to round things out. We take that.
Yeah, not too bad. Nothing crazy to write home about, but call it a wash. About 1 million in total, probably, or a little bit less. But already added to the total they've been able to pick up on the map is pretty solid. Up at 2 million now, so that's an extra supply point at the very least. 10 minutes have passed, and every player is still on the map. If we go another, we'll call it 5 minutes without anybody dead, I'm going to be breaking out David Attenborough impressions.
You know what? You might as well kick things off right after we see the push for the brick. Smoke's going out. They know exactly where Leviathan is. So throwing that data swarm up and Tamiozo, can we get it? No, the influx of damage. We are incredibly low, but we are committed. If there's one thing we're gonna do, it's we are gonna stick it to the brick. We're healing. We're going. We're trying.
What a commit that turns into a brutal mistake. FX, they commit for the brick, and unfortunately,
I already
when he
know
had it,
that
glimpse of a
this
moment
is
to
gonna
grab
be
brick,
the
take it from
slowest
spawn,
season
and die on the way
ever.
out. He lays prone thinking he can out-heal an incendiary, and he actually was able to until Leviathan was just able to attack from a different angle and cut him down. So FX, first to move, first to get punished. This is why there was a standoff, folks. Around the brick, Leviathan have a great defense. And one member of FX down. Leviathan, is this going to make them make a move? Are they bold enough to make a play now, or are they going to sit here and continue to play defense?
I've always been told fortune favors the bold, but I'm not sure if that's the case right now. Everyone's just still waiting for someone else to come do something. Mad win. Leviathan definitely aware that they're playing from that side. And if you have FX across the way, I would imagine that none of these teams are going to be able to find purchase in getting towards that brick. Now, mind you guys, a 4-minute is going to be the decode. And with a timer for the match at 6:39, we are in such a narrow window to make this happen.
I totally agree. I mean, we're about to watch nobody get the brick again on Brackish. And so with that in mind,
God,
I turn my eyes to some of these other teams. Let's listen in first, though.
Lucas de cima.
Well, not much to talk about when
Have
you're
you
worried
listened
about
in?
getting out of the map. They're going to be playing the extraction point on this Tower of Babel side. 2 players looking for a full team of 3 as WK Forever move this way.
Yep. Vibes seem high. That's all that matters, I guess. But for Team Nate Shot, fresh off both airdrops, taking down a little bit of a sniper over there. They've moved to guard one of the decode stations out towards the left south of Blue River Hotel, which is what we saw happen for Americas yesterday. But not a single soul committing to the brick.
All right, 90 seconds on the extraction. 5 minutes on the game clock. FX content to leave and lick their wounds. WK Forever, no wounds yet, but maybe trying to do the same. Slep does have an angle with the M82, but not wanting to take the shot too early. Nice trigger discipline here from Team Nade Shot, waiting for the right moment. Every single bullet is 100K, and you have to be able to get the confirm as well. That knock, probably not going to turn into a confirmed kill, but now FX feeling the pressure as Team Liquid go swarming forward. Quite literally, the swarm flies forward, giving them an advantage in this engagement. Both low, Hodzic able to find one. FX in a deep blender. The trenches, there's no way they're getting out of this one. Good news, though. Marino, you're last alive, fighting for your life, taking every ounce of utility that can be thrown your way, but WK Forever is about to swing up into this engagement and fight Team Liquid right over the top of your head.
Team Nate Shot is from Streamer? I have no idea. I think so.
Straight into the hands of Marino, but FX eliminated. Goodbye, FX. Brilliant effort actually trying to play for the brick and get it going. But once you're a duo, now the third party's here. WK Forever, C-Bots, initially throwing out the resources, trying to catch the angles.
Okay,
but
good pick,
behind
Mendo.
cover. Make sure he grabs
Yes.
Yeah, nice
Huge
shots there from
pick.
Mendo, and with that in mind, WK Forever now at a huge disadvantage. We also look at the
Oh,
game
Colin
clock.
played
Less than
today.
4 minutes. Nobody's getting the brick. Uh-oh, folks. It's going to come down to points. And who's got the most points right now? Leviathan are finding a couple kills from distance. They find one member of Loud from MW. They also find a member from WK Forever who's now down to a solo. Again, this WK Forever team can't catch a break in these first 2 maps. And now Crab is 1 HP in a dream. Dip, dive, duck, and dodge, but unfortunately eliminated. Leviathan pick up another kill. And actually, it's going to go to Team
Okay,
Liquid's
W.
Precision
Colin,
from
good
distance,
pick.
credited the kill. Having to pick up the last couple bullets their direction. So
Colin
shared
now
animosity and
literally
some
kill
shared
stole
love
that.
kill
That was too
points
funny.
across
That
the
guy was
battle
in
between
1 HP and he
Leviathan
literally putted 2
and that
bullets and he
Team
died.
Liquid squad. So we'll see what MW and Team Nade Shot do now that
Team
nobody is
Liquid
getting
locking
brick.
in. They might
Actually
just kill
kind of
someone.
wild. You're gonna have to work on
Hopefully they
getting some
find
of
the
those kills.
F82. And then
Stack
they
your
take
numbers
one
as
person
much
to
as you
Novak.
can. Honestly,
Oh, wait, no, they could
Team
take
Liquid spent the
upper.
majority of the entire first part
Yeah,
of the map
Hotzik going
looting
upper.
the
They go
entirety
on
tower
Hotzik
of
going for
Babel.
name tag.
So for them,
I knew it.
getting
Good
these kills
comms.
are going to be the next best thing for them to rack up their points line so much quicker.
I guess the only other question is now who gets out of the map? Is anyone going to get out of the map?
Hotzik.
Stay on the map for the kills.
Hotzik is gonna get out. What are these comms?
Missed
Casters
opportunity.
need to pay attention.
That helicopter, so it's going to come down to the fights now. MW pushing up. They've got all three back on their feet. Luaruk is trying to get them weak and cause them some disturbances while they push forward. Used for recon as well. They get a read on where Leviathan's at, but Team Liquid on the backside.
Okay, good shot. Okay.
Precision shots.
Colin and Mendo locking in.
As well. So Team Liquid, a huge advantage. Widow's last alive for Leviathan. Team Nate have grabbed the brick just for
they
the
cook
funsies
now.
of it. They could put it into a
Yes.
decoding station just for a little bit of extra cash as well, but definitely not enough time to get that thing decoded. And unfortunately, Widows
Yes.
gets netted.
I think the MW got ratted from behind. Ah,
Team Nade shot though.
wait, Colin got ratted by a
in the
behind team.
M82.
A different team.
And we're smoking our coverage on the right side
Okay,
of things.
Mendo, you got
back on
this.
him. Madwin across the way. Precision is down. Hodzic and Mendo have to hold the line. Here come the resources to identify. Tries to shoot it out, but he's still dizzy. Now, with the nade down below, the incendiary is to burn them. We've got to hold on, but
Yikes.
Mendo is just swarmed by
Ah, good
Madwin.
call.
Yeah, just
Good
gets the hits there.
try.
They had player advantage. It was a great
That's
push
okay.
by Madwin. Team Liquid is in trouble
Hotzik
already.
gets
and so they've
that.
got one player left alive.
Should be okay.
Team Nate trying to get a
They
piece of
already
assassin
dumped
as
all the
well. Slep
loot,
peeking
and
around
they
the
got
corner
a
with
whole
gold
bunch of
here.
kills.
Does open up an opportunity for Crisp actually from a different angle to find the kill. Hotzik leaves the map, so Team Liquid protecting a bit of assets, but Team Nadeshot yet again finding their way to a couple kills here at the very end of this game. Matt Win on the run. It's going to be a
Hello, Ian.
2v2
How are
in
you?
this engagement with a third joining it. Team Nadeshot now with player advantage. It feels like a matter of time, and that's exactly what it is. Look at Crisp go. Pildora down. Loud in trouble. Can he get at least one? Nope. Can't even get a knock. Team Nadeshot wiped the rest of the lobby. Team Nadeshot last alive on the map.
Back to 30 seconds left on the map to just peruse through
30 seconds, they
everyone's
can't run
bodies
to
and
mag.
stack the safe
They're just gonna
boxes
try
as
to
high as
stack the
possible.
tags.
Mind you, I mean, they were able to get both of the airdrops. Lots of golds, lots of reds, but we'll run it back with a replay.
Yeah, it was actually on the back of this knock here. Team Liquid couldn't get anything going.
You got
was able to
ratted.
knock. They do get that cleanup too. So great job from Team Nadeshot yet again, likely winning the map.
Oh,
They
he's
get a little
getting
extra
shot in the
cash for
back.
putting that mana
Classic
brick into the
video
decoding
game.
station, and probably wondering to themselves, hey,
Good
why
to
did the
know
three
that
teams
in
that were
pro
all around
play,
Brick not
they
go
also
for it
get shot
early?
in the back.
We'll take what we can get.
It's
They
not
take the
just
scraps,
three.
and they leave with the most reward, most likely. What an interesting game. That is not tongue-in-cheek. It was interesting because I wasn't expecting it. All right. Let's see where the leaderboard lands,
so
Steph.
different, Goj. Like we talked after EMEA, right, with those players that had just got through it, and they're like, we anticipate our finals to play out a mix between the group stages and the survivor matches. It's all just kind of stalemating, and Leviathan was, I would say, the majority
Yeah,
of
but
the reason.
like
as we
5
look
out of the
towards our
6
best
teams
team
are
being
Rathians.
Team Liquid, after
So,
getting
like-
Hodzic out of the map, they get some nice assets gained.
Yeah, they
but
got so
also
many. They got so
7
many
kills.
picks.
Yeah, it was.
Colin needs a new picture. His hair isn't like that anymore.
That they were in, but
He
yeah, I
looks
guess
so
they picked up
angry.
Most of the scrap kills, they picked up nearly, what was that?
Yeah, Colin needs to lock in.
1253. They had nearly 3 million as well. So yeah, as much as Team Nadeshot had a solid map, Team Liquid the best map for sure. 7 kills, 1 player out. 2.8 million in assets because of it. Hodsec carrying most of their loot. From
There's
this new
no
tower
way
battle.
they thought
Great play
Team
from
Nation
Liquid,
beat Team
getting
Liquid
one
on
of the
that
lower
map.
spawns.
They got so
Worked out
many
well for them.
kills.
Yeah, you immediately jump on over. Your top killers tied with Mendo and Precision. The damage, of course, Mendo throwing down a large majority of it. Crisp there from Team Nadeshot on second, and of course Leviathan rounding it out. But in terms of our top assisters, if you're going to have 7 kills and everyone's participating in them, it's going to be a clean sweep from Team Liquid.
All right, the alarm bells are ringing. Everybody wake up. This is your last chance to make it to the finals. Hodzic finding his way to top asset earner, but it's Mendo going to be MVP, mainly because he picked up several kills and assists with plenty of damage. Great job. from Mendo and Team Liquid go from the bottom of the leaderboard to near the top. Probably won't be in first, but likely up into second or third place instead of the bottom where they got nothing.
If only they
at
got the
very
Mandel
bottom of the
brick.
leaderboard
No,
after
there was no way they
Nice
could
turn
play
of
for the
tides, and
Mandel brick.
frankly, a turn of the
Everyone was
tides
just
that happened
perma-ratting.
much earlier than
And they didn't
yesterday
have a
for
Mandel brick
Team
spawn,
Liquid.
so they had
Congratulations
to
them
play
on a great
slow.
map. Team Nadeshot should see themselves still at the top of the leaderboard, but we'll let the mathematicians all figure that out because nobody clearly at the top with no Mandel brick captured again, Tiff.
Kind of scary, right? A bit slow start here towards the Americas, but I'm not worried. All the action really starts to heat up once we jump into the back-to-back-to-back space cities that we could potentially see. Who knows? 4. Maybe we go to Game 7 over here for Survivor Match Day 2. But of course, before we do that, we got to get through Tide Prison.
That's exactly right. Tide Prison next. You think things slowed down
Thank
in
you,
the last map? Get ready.
Sihan.
Tide Prison plays nice and slow. Sneaky. You gotta check every single corner. We'll see who gets the most eco out of this one, and then it's gonna be all Mandel brick maps all the rest of the day. Not gonna want to miss it. We'll be right back in just a moment.
Damage in the entire group stage for a reason. He's got 1, he's got 2. No, I mean, we keep that all day, especially for fans. The jump comes in from Crab.
Did a little research and yeah, Nate Shaw was so impressed by Delta Force he created a pro team. I see. That's pretty cool, I guess.
The time to strike is now. Do not let me down, operator.
Decoding has begun. Defend the area.
What goes around, comes around.
Oh, I'm not gonna do very much. Though. You get barrel stuff. Skydie is getting aggressive.
See what I did there? You ain't seen nothing yet.
Let's knock them off their feet.
There we go. There it is.
Two maps down here with the Delta Force Rise Series, America's region, Survivor Stage 2, the last chance to make it to the finals, and everybody has elected to play nice and slow. Of course, we do see that Team Nadeshot have put up some pretty solid points. Team Liquid find their way to 7 kills at the end of Brackish, and you might be thinking 7 kills. Things must have been a big bang out, a bunch of fights. Well, no, there was a big stalemate around the Mandel brick, and nobody walking away with the Mandel brick after this last map. So we move into another eco round, and it all comes down to squad points.
Squad points. That's exactly what you're going to need here, especially if you want to make it into the top 2. We saw what it did for FLC early on. They were at the top of the leaderboard with their squad points, and it bode them well. Guess what, guys? They're playing in the finals for EMEA, and Team Nadeshot with 17 squad points after 2 rounds is looking to do the same. Team Liquid and Leviathan pretty close on that scoreboard right behind them. Teams that haven't
And the
reached
Team
double digits
Liquid
yet
are
gonna be Mad Wing,
gonna get the
WQ
double
Forever,
brick.
and
It's crazy
FX.
how no
So
one has
we
double
charge
brick.
you with
Game
your
7's gonna be
thing of
insane.
You've got to wake up.
Does it
And
have
we're going into
to
Tide Prison,
be
which
an
kind of
eco
halts the
round? Could a
pace
team go big and
substantially.
slay
It's gonna be
out?
difficult.
Or does no one have monies?
Tide
I mean, you have
Prison,
money from
another
round
eco round, another
one,
chance to
but
get a high
usually
caliber
people
weapon,
don't
another chance to find
invest
some loot, and another chance to
everything
find
into
more kills.
Prakash
The squad points
because
can go
even
up
though you might
dramatically before we
guarantee
get to
that
the mana
brick,
rounds.
you might not,
Look at our
you won't
operators,
be
we
able
see
to
that
get the
half our
second one because
teams
you
have
burned too
utilized
many
all their
resources.
raptors.
So
Another half
every
still
team
have
tries to
available.
cheese the first
Of
one
course, no Tempest
because
yet.
even if
We've used all
you,
of those on Space City,
even if you,
and a
because you don't
lot
have
of
enough
folks already burned
money,
Toxic, and
I
Team Liquid actually have
guess,
already
and
used two,
you're
so
not full
moving into
kidding.
this round, what
Like,
can
if
we
you burn
expect for
full
operator
gold here,
choices?
you're
Well,
not gonna have
we all
full.
know
You
what
can
we
only
can
buy full
expect.
gold
Probably
once.
a Nox
So
on every
you
team,
won't have full
probably
gold for
two
your second
Noxes
brick.
on a couple different teams, and with that,
You
the
can,
most popular
so
operator
yeah, you can
comp
only buy
is
full gold
Shepherd Nox
once.
and Morse, which has happened 18 times. But Nox is picked like, what, in America's 38%? That's my guess. Let's see what the screen says, Tiff. Nox is definitely the most valuable operator. Oh, very close. 37.
37, we will take it. Morse and Shepard are going to round it out, but honestly, Team Liquid likes to
No,
bring
Team
in a
Liquid's
Saniva,
doing well.
and they love to throw it onto Hotstick. But when we look at our spawn predictions, of course, Leviathan and Madwin were the two teams that had tier 1 spawns on Brackish, and they're like, yeah, that's cool. I can't get a tier 1 spawn on Tide Prison, whatever. They'll live their best life, but teams that are capable of getting them are going to be WK Forever, Team Nadeshot, Team Liquid, and FX.
Yeah, a quick little like story time with Goach here is continuing to remind you that the best spawn in the game is tier 1 on Brackish, because it means you won't get a tier 1 on Tide Prison where there isn't a brick, and you still have a chance to get a tier 1 on Space City, which does have a brick. So teams that get a tier 1 spawn here on Tide Prison, who knows what will happen for them. You won't be able to get it on the first Space City map, but hopefully you can make something of it here on Tide Prison. Things are going to slow down. People are going to play sneaky. You got to check every single creddy corner, and I'm excited to see who walks away with the most kills. Hopefully some of those happen pretty early in this one. Folks, I see a lot of backseat drivers in the chat always, and frankly, I like it. I like to see you all try to figure out what the best play is, but now's your chance to join the action. Season 2 is about to be here. Open registration here in 2 days' time. Build your team, sign up, and get your chance to compete very, very soon. Open qualifiers will start sometime after these open registrations. Stay tuned to the Delta Force socials for all of those updates. All right, drop a follow, get ready, sign up for your team. I'm excited to hopefully cast it for your gameplay here in the future. All right, Tiff, let's jump into Tide Prison.
Let's get into it, Goj. It's the halfway mark, potentially, for our series with Tide Prison. Really kind of even things out, our last eco round of the day. And Team Nadeshot
They do spawn
off to a
time.
red start.
Hey, I like that.
They'll be getting lots of rest today.
Chat, emulating their owner, but let's see what they're able to do.
Your favorite team playing
They're up on the
today.
north side of the map, and you can quickly see a Team Liquid on the south side.
I'm seeing
rushing
this
in.
right.
The first big fight will
Also,
likely
each
happen
team can
right
only
here.
play the
WK Forever and Team
operator
Liquid
twice.
pushing
Yeah, that's
forward.
correct.
Quick glance at the
So
operators.
they
Guess
can
what?
only
Hudson is
play
on
the
Saniva.
operator
Right
twice
feels
until
engaged,
round
baby. Bring that
6,
shield out
and then
bounce
round
nades
7,
off of it.
all the operators are
Love it,
reset.
love seeing
So
already.
usually all
Welcome, I'm
the
telling you,
tempests
hit the
are
grapple
burned
out, make
round
crazy
5 and
plays.
round
WK
6,
Forever, we
or
are
round 4 and
going
round
to
5.
elect to bring
So
in a
between round
Nox,
4 and
of
round
course,
6, all the
first
tempests are
solo
burned.
of them. He
So
did
then
invest one
round
into that
around
zero
4 and
map just a
5
few
you burn
moments ago.
tempest. Then
Leviathan
round 6
finding
no
some
one has
nice
tempest
bottles
and
over
is
there,
super scuffed.
300
And then
plus
round
going
7
their way.
everything is reset.
We take
Who's
those.
winning?
Oh, first fight
WKF, your
actually on the
favorite
other side
team?
of the map, all the way up
Actually,
to the
no, I think it's Team
northwest.
Nadeshot.
FX's Marino runs square into MW's Loud, barrel stuffs him, sends him back where he came from. May not want to take this zip, gentlemen. You're in for a rude awakening if you do. FX, a nice hold and a nice surprise. You can see actually Team Nadeshot close by this as well underneath.
I love watching them kick off to such a strong start like that.
No, no la hagan. No la hagan. Pero qué mierda, weón. Me dejan de caigo, weón.
Cuidado, Pilo, con los de atrás también. A ver si que vengan para acá porque escucharon a esos.
Te joden horario.
Calculeada mala, weón. No sé por qué hicimos eso, weón.
All right. Well, I am unfortunately not bilingual. I really need to work on that. But
You should.
comms are flowing, and MW thinking about maybe what they want to do next after losing a player. Should be able to maybe pick up that res. Maybe a bit worried that FX can peek the corner and take them out as well.
Hey, could very well happen as we pull up the map feed to check into where everyone currently is situated. It's going to be FX over on that West Watchtower area, WK Forever unloading. Team Liquid moving towards South Admin, Leviathan out towards the east. And what you kind of saw on your map with the engagement, Team Nadeshot and Madwin kind of collapsing on each other through the tunnels up towards there. But honestly, the disengage, respectable. Can we recover Loud is the big question.
Yeah, I mean, FX is not anywhere near them as they get a big rotate, and then they get surprised as well. I told you the rats would be in, and Crab through the railing finds an angle. Uemura goes down, and WK Forever actually want to swing on this fight. Usually you're able to be content with that pick, but it's looking like they're going to full send this. Marino, Tamioso in the water, thinking this is the best play for them. They're going to get obliterated. Seabots on the outside, quite literally shooting fish in a barrel, unfortunately. Marino, FX, the shark, is going to eat up the remains of what is left as FX are sent back to the lobby.
I'm okay with ratting if you have to, or taking the cheeky angles, because whatever it takes, as long as you get into that finals lobby, is all that matters. And for now, just dealing with some of these prison guards.
Good luck with work.
Win. Kind of just like, what the heck is going on?
I mean, I already predicted this. It's going to be max ratting until Space City. I guarantee that's what's happening. It's just this is the type of scream you're gonna get.
Smile was thinking before this one.
My team Liquid wanted to move for the break, but they couldn't because there was 4 teams sitting AFK on the brick waiting for someone to grab the brick.
Fair enough, man. I love it. Only goal, only expectation. We're making it to the finals. And as they creep forward to try to pick up the remains of MW, we're going to see Loud. Unfortunately, timeout. Nobody's getting that body. It actually fell in a very interesting spot where that's going to be extremely difficult to grab, and just no way. Not zipping up and falling and breaking our legs to pick up our teammate there. Not risking dying for it. So only 2 will remain for MW.
Yeah, that is actually a really difficult scenario, and relegated to a duo this early on with 13.5 minutes left on the timer clock. We'll see what's going to happen. Will Leviathan and Team Liquid keep battling towards each other? Think of the operator difference. We have a Luna on Tide Prison. The only other team I've ever seen do that on Americas when I was kind of on the mic was FX, honestly. And
no, Evil
Luna
Genius is also playing Luna on Prison. She's wrong.
Yeah,
Don't listen to her.
I'm excited.
She's not paying attention.
Slap, making a push. MW
Evil
obliterated.
Geniuses play freaking Luna on here. They don't. It depends how you want to play this map. The way Evil Genius play this map is they sit on the outside. So having a Luna is really important. If you're playing like Wardens, you're not going to be playing. You're not going to be playing inside. You know, it like doesn't make any sense. So you have to play correctly.
oh, Maglab. If I found out that I went out from an angle like this, I'm turning my PC off, Goj. I'm walking away, and I'm going to go outside and take my chances by ripping one-piece packs. Like, there is just nothing left for me at that point.
Oh my goodness. Mad respect, Tiff. You were saying what we were all thinking. Oh, that's funny. Well, Leviathan going to back up from this one.
Don't listen to her. I see who does not play the video game as much as we do.
Shot using Raptor on Tide Prison. Mad respect here as well. Recon operators very valuable for Tide Prison. I mean, look how much intel Chris was getting. He just cleared like what, a fifth of the entire map with this one drone. Like,
yeah, he's basically drone racing
really
throughout.
Yeah, that's skill, to be honest. That guy needs to, do a couple different esports at the same time. Drone racing and Delta Force Rise Series, okay? Great play there. Clears basically their entire rotate into mid. So Team Nadeshot should be on the move here shortly.
Honestly, ready to see what they keep bringing to the table. They've been looking really dang good for not getting kind of I wouldn't say the nerves out, but we've seen for the most part in EMEA, the teams that played yesterday went on to be in the finals by qualifying here today. And this is Team Nadeshot's only chance to get top 2. One day, one chance, one opportunity. You can say however many ways you want. It's just the case.
Yeah, 100%. Glad they're showing up, man. They've been in the VOD review room. They've been practicing for this. Trying to make it count. And for now, you look at WK Forever, who is slowly deciding if they want to move or not. They do have 3 mil. Team Nadeshot have 3.2 mil on this map, so a solid eco round, especially for Team Nadeshot, who's already at the top of the leaderboard. This is a decent little Tide Prison map they've got going.
Honestly, I think they had, 17 squad points coming into this? So, not too bad. But WK Forever and Team Nate Shot keeping it moving in terms of those profits. For Leviathan, they want to fight. And they're not afraid of waiting for a fight that stacks into their favor. Think of what they did with FX there on Brackish. We sat inside that building guarding the Mandel brick like the craziest watchdogs for the longest time. Not afraid to bide their time.
Team Liquid on the move. So Steel Legend knows it. Like a panther stalking its prey. Team Liquid have been slowly tracking a couple of these teams in the area. Team Nadeshot even rotating into this potential fight. Coming in from the north to the south after clearing the way with the drone. Could see a fight between WQ Forever, Team Liquid, Leviathan, and Team Nadeshot all at the same time. The last 4 teams. WQ Forever look a bit stressed. They're taking their sweet time.
When they look stressed, I get stressed. I don't know why. But I just want to see people flying, frying. And Tide Prison is just such a game of chess. And they're so reserved about it. With the next airdrop coming in, what?
Because
17 seconds, where is
WKF's
it?
game,
West
you get
Watchtower
off PC.
area? Okay, all
You
the
got
way down on the
tagged to
southwestern
mobile.
side will be that airdrop. Not
Don't
sure
say
if anyone's
that.
going to rotate out there and go for it.
You're a
It's worth it
big
because honestly, you might as well
sad.
stay in here and look for some kills. And with, what, 4 teams left, all full teams of 3. There it is. Hello, beautiful.
Yeah, nice little airdrop. I don't think anybody goes for it unless they're going to rotate over to water to reservoir to extract, maybe. Could see, pick that up on the way. Here's a look at the map feed and see where it is. Bottom left-hand corner of the screen. Literally as far southwest as you can go is where the airdrop is. And then that water reservoir area extract pops in 3.5 minutes. So could maybe hit both of those on your way out if you want to. But Team Nadeshot electing to stay on the north side of the map. The other 3 still on the south.
Like a party favor. You know, like kind of giving a little small gift on the way out. Be like, yeah, here you go. Have some fun, right? But I don't know. Honestly, I just want to see this Team Liquid Leviathan fight. I'm itching for it. I'm ready for Hot Sick to Saniva to walk his way in there. Shield up, ready to go. Bash some skulls in. I don't care.
Listen, if Hotzik gets a grapple shield beatdown into a kill, I'm going to say some crazy stuff on broadcast. I'm going to be losing my mind.
Do it.
I'm ready for it.
Let's go, Hot Sick. You heard the man. He's ready to cheer you on. Beat him down. Meanwhile, Leviathan look like they're about to solve a case.
The Warden has taken down Raven, so nice.
Tied up then. Tied up.
More kills than some of the players on the map, as per the usual. No flame, just truth. Slept is on 2 for Team Nadeshot. Been pretty consistent over the last couple maps, but we take our time. Let's swing over to see what WK Forever's been doing. They've been, feels like just pondering what to do this entire game, and they've elected to go into the water. They're going to go for this airdrop. Hey, there's an objective. Let's play for it. Let's see how lucky they get. Really need a ton of reds out of this to make it worth it. Not going to play for a fight. Instead, playing for these. Let's see.
That's huge. These are big golds. Oh, no.
Couple dog tags. All right. Yeah, not great. I'm going to be honest. That was a brutal one.
It's tough. It's tough. But at least they had 3 kills from that earlier fight. Still getting the KP from that. In terms of everyone else, we see Team Nadeshot have moving deeper into Tide Prison as they descend apart, still kind of piecing through, looking for whatever they can find. This has been one of the fights that I've been like waiting to break out.
Hey, listen, you know, we can't complain about the action on Tide Prison right now because this is more action than we've seen usually happening by this point. 2 full teams are dead.
Mm-hmm.
That's wild. Let's see
Kind
if
of
there's
unfortunate for FX and Madwin when you put it that way.
Yeah, it is brutal. I mean, like, you essentially have to sit in the lobby for like 15 minutes. You can't even watch the game because we're on a delay, a competitive integrity delay. Makes sense why. So you're just sitting there thinking, pondering, preparing strategies for Space City.
Little timeout action.
Something's approaching. Yeah, it's Team Nadeshot. Looking for some more blood. All right. Well, it doesn't look like anybody's going to extract through Reservoir. Nor would they really need to. Nobody's even popped GTI supply mission yet either. So nobody's picked up a high caliber weapon. If they do, they'll likely go out via construction area, swim down, take the gun out that way. You can see Team Nadeshot's Chris getting a bunch of intel again, allowing them to rotate. This is why Raptor is so valuable, even on this map. Team Nadeshot's moved. If you did step counter, Team Nadeshot's moved the most for sure.
Oh, yeah. They're moving. They're grooving. And now I feel like the final battle of Tide Prison is about to unlock. We're down past that 5-minute mark. And we can see now we are hack claw hunting.
Hack claw hunting indeed. I like that. All right, a team has picked up the mission. See who decides to do it. It is going to be yuki forever. So they're doing the GTI supply mission. They're going to blow open this door and pick up the high caliber weapons. So yuki forever picked up 3 kills. He picked up a couple objectives as well. Nice. We should hear some shots right now, and maybe it's going to be Team Nadeshot rotating for this. You can see them through X right here. And Crab knows it.
Ooh, all right, Crisp. Show us the angles.
So they could play for this fight before the mission pops. Win the engagement. Oh my, is yuki forever bailing on the mission? They failed it. They bailed. They don't want to die. Wow, I am surprised on that one. Feeling like they were at a disadvantage in the Team Nadeshot fight. Team Nadeshot scares them off. They fail the GTI supply mission. They do not get the high caliber weapon. Call that a win or call that worry. Either way, yuki forever exit from what could have been a fight. And it looks like they're going to try to extract.
And they got 3.8 mil in profits so far. Getting out would not be bad for them, honestly.
If they can get there, okay. Yeah, I was going to say, you have to zip probably. Let's see if maybe Team Liquid peeks this direction. 8 seconds on the clock. All right, this is why they bailed. They wanted to leave. And they barely get there in time, all 3 of them. See you later. Nice extract. All right. No high caliber weapon, but they're out of the map.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to have all of their resources preserved and ready to go for Space City, but it's not often time we see a triple extract out of Reservoir, but it does happen now. Team Nadeshot saw some things, heard some things, and here comes Crisp with a nice lay of the land.
Yeah, but they got out.
As you can see, very beautiful.
Ooh, Panda got pizza. Yummy.
All right.
What type of pizza?
Ah, dang it.
Yeah, but what's the topping? If you say pineapple, I'm gonna have to unmod you.
Pretty much real. Not gonna get the fight that we wanted there. So now 3 teams left on the map. Leviathan, Team Liquid, and Team Nadeshot. And all right, show us more of your knifing skills. That's so fun to see.
Uh-oh. A fight. Team Liquid. They sprung a trap. Will Team Nadeshot walk in here unaware? Will Precision shoot his prey? Lurking. Oh, they absolutely know. Get EMP'd. Team Nadeshot have all the intel.
Oh, dang. And he just got his ult in check, too. So Slep likely going to pop that Nox ult and get crazy for it. Oh, no. We're chasing a Saniba.
Oh, no.
Precision through the stairs. Here comes Hotzik.
Yeah, here's the problem. Look at the kill feed. Widows has found an angle on Smile for the backside of this engagement. A third party in the final 2 minutes. A fight breaking out, and Team Nadeshot stuck between a rock and a hard place with Leviathan finally finding an angle on them. Team Nadeshot got to decide, do we want to take these fights, or do we just want to stay alive and prevent other teams from getting points, considering where we are on the leaderboard? They're going to back off and at least play together as they're getting pushed by Team Liquid.
Yeah, he pops the ult, immediately disengages and reunites alongside Slept. This is the time where we have to focus up as a duo, maybe push Leviathan into Team Liquid and let that fight that's been dawning since Tide Prison has started here be like, we want to third party this engagement.
Alrighty. An angle. Will it yield anything besides a bit of intel for Leviathan? No. Chris pushing forward. 45 seconds on the clock. Quick look at the map feed shows that this is the main engagement that'll probably pop here at the very end. Can you get anything for it? Team Liquid going to try to join. 3 teams left, and they're all going to try to fight in the final 30 seconds. There's nothing else to do. You're not getting out of the map. You might as well go for it. But for Team Nadeshot, it may not be worth it. They're at the top of the leaderboard. They don't want to give away points. They're at a player disadvantage. Let's see if they can find any angle as Hotsick is going for a grapple. Hotsick's going for a kill. Precision taking some shots over the top from Socio Legend, but enough util lands to where Socio can't get his gun up, but he can't run away either. Precision picks up 1. That's a nice kill point in the final 20 seconds of the game. 10 seconds left. Can anybody else get something?
We're going for it.
Oh no! A trade back and forth. They both go down to red, and Precision has to reload. He can't get the full. I don't know if that'll count or not. We'll get the judges to get the final ruling. Okay. Fair enough. Some early engagements and some very, very late
Oh, I was
engagements.
muted.
I don't know who the biggest winner was, but Tide Prison got theirs.
And
Tide
small.
Prison gets paid. The house always wins. Let's be real. But for us, we are done with Tide Prison. 3rd round of the day, done, dusted, and it's still anyone's game considering no Mandel bricks have been achieved from round 2. So we start to look forward to what resources were claimed here. What do our kits look like moving into Space City? And our best team, W Key Forever, thanks to that triple extract down in Reservoir and a full team wipe. Plenty of assets gained.
Yeah, good shout. It makes a ton of sense that they're going to be the best team and they're going to have the best map because they all got out, right? They had a couple kills and so did some other people, but all 3 extracting there. As much as I was critical of them not going for the high caliber weapon, they probably didn't feel like they were going to get out with it if they did get it. So they left the engagement, didn't want to take the fight. They already got paid. Let's get out of the map and protect our assets. So great job there. They find themselves just a bit better than Team Nadeshot, who did pick up 3 kills on the back of Slept, but they did not extract. So 1.5 million in safe box is still a great map for Team Nadeshot. They will maintain their spot at the top of the leaderboard as Slept picks up 3 as an individual and therefore is our top slayer.
There we go. Brilliantly done, boys. Looking pretty nice out there on the map. Of course, Slept there going to have 400 plus damage, but Seabots and Widows incredibly close alongside them to round out the top 3 for Tide Prison. Then you have to really start thinking of what the rest of this looks like. Top assisters, W Key F, W Key Forever. Sure, Tiffany Brain occupied. Team Nadeshot kind of in the 2nd place there. And we move on over top asset earners. It's the boys at W Key Forever, guys. They got out of the map. They made the most of what they had, and they also were
Wow,
able to
your
get
favorite
an
team
airdrop.
spot, Kai.
Yeah, nice job
They
from
made
them.
it.
And again, I was a bit critical, but I think it was the right play, all getting out there, protecting their asset value, and taking out the loot that they brought in. We do see Seabots actually finding his way. Interesting. MVP. Slept picked up 3 kills, but Seabots, with the extra assets gained, whatever the math is for MVP, puts him just barely ahead of Slept from Team Nadeshot. So Seabots will be our MVP of the round. Nice job there. Congrats to him. We'll see what W Key Forever can do in Space City. Folks, Tide Prison is done finally, and with that, it's only Mandel bricks from here on out. Space City going to be a ton of fun. Not a team with a brick yet as we move into round 4. We are at minimum playing a total of 5 rounds, and who knows, we could go the maximum of 7. You're not going to want to miss it. Space City is next. Team Nadeshot in the lead, but will they maintain that position? We'll be right back in just a moment.
See some damage in the entire group stage for a reason. He's got 1, he's got 2.
Did Bird just throw a tantrum? I just leave the room? Did you see that? Go. They put that in the cutscene. That's a tantrum and left the room. Last idea, go back. Wait, someone clip that. That's so funny. Like,
Nate shot in the lead,
that
but will
was
they
too
maintain that
funny.
position? We'll be right back in just a moment.
Please, I didn't see that again. One panda tantrum. This is the panda tantrum. Yes. I don't believe it comes because you're like someone's here, and then you're like, just a bot. Turn it into an emote. I'm gonna name it Kai's favorite team, the Tantrum. Bella's doing a tantrum! Yes! W tantrum! Turn it into a gift. Right, get ready to sign in! 1 minute, 1 minute! Go, 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 sign in! We're gonna fight the bots again today.
You with me?
Okay, I'm ready. I'm gonna lose to the bots, but...
I'll cover you.
That's what I said last time, Panda. And you're like, if you're not here in 3 seconds, I'm queuing. Panda tantrum. That's what you said last time. Bro could not wait 2 minutes for me to go to the hot show. It's like, you're not here 3 seconds, I'm queuing without you. I'm pretty sure that was a panda tantrum moment. You can't say that wasn't a panda tantrum moment. We always get panda tantrum moments. Panda tantrum.
Decoding has begun. Defend the area.
What goes around, comes around.
Not gonna do very much though. You get barrel stuff. Skydie is getting aggressive.
See what I did there? You ain't seen nothing yet.
Let's knock them off their feet.
Welcome back, Delta Force Ride Series America's Survivor Stage 2. Gotta be top 2 to get to the finals. We just wrapped up Tide Prison. We just wrapped up our last eco round. We got a bunch of Space City rounds next, and of course, they're all gonna have a mantle brick. Not a team with a brick yet. Everybody too slow on Brackish, but Team Nadeshot may have the best hair, and they're also at the top of the lobby right now. Leaderboard looking nice for Team Nadeshot.
Who said everyone too slow? But you didn't see everyone. There's 4 teams riding the brick. There was absolutely no way anyone was grabbing that.
But you know what's not terrible? This leaderboard. Team Nadeshot up there with 21 squad points. Team Liquid and Leviathan rounding out the top 3. W Key Forever incredibly close, just 2 points behind. Leviathan for Madwin and FX have not been able to get things moving, so not too great on the scoreboard for them, but that's okay because you can really change your narrative by just landing a brick on Space City.
That's exactly right. You could be FX, 4 points and a dream right now, coming in broke as a joke. And if you get the mantle brick, you're going to go to the top of the leaderboard. And what I know is this: if we don't get a brick on round 2, it means that every brick from here on out is even more valuable. Got to be top 2 to move on, like I've said 1,000 times. And with that in mind, the leaderboard is sorted by mantle bricks. So the most important thing is getting this brick. But if it does come down to a tiebreaker, which it has the last couple matches, Team Nate are in a very good position for that. Same with Team Liquid. Top 2 teams currently because of those squad points.
Ooh, all right. There it is, guys. We were talking about bricks from here on out. We kick things off with 3 back-to-back rounds in Space City. And if we do go to a Game 7, of course, the last place team will choose between Brackish or more Space City. In terms of the operators that we usually see for Space City, it's going to be Tempest all day. Stinger, of course, going to come out as well. Yeah, it just kind of depends throughout there. Usually it is a Luna, but we've seen some kind of off-camber picks.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple different options here, but with it being the first Space City round, most likely you'll see this comp right here. Yes, this is saying that this specific comp has been tried 64 times in this competition. Extraction rate of 16%, which is actually not that bad considering most people don't play for extractions. They're playing for kills or the bricks. That is the most popular comp. These are the most popular operators. They're the same. 23% here for Tempest. The only reason it's not higher is because you can't pick Tempest every Space City map because you can only pick it twice in total, and we're about to play at minimum 3 in a row. So there you go. That's some little bit math learnings for you here on broadcast. But we got to talk about these spawns. This is what I was talking about a moment ago with the Brackish spawn. If you get the Tide Prison T1 spawn, you will not have tier 1 going into Space City. Most valuable spawn points by a mile are that Westgate spawn and that Employee Passage 2 spawn, which are the T1 spawns. But I will also lump in the Central Command Bridge spawn or Central Command Building spawn, which is that T2 spawn on the north side of the map. Those 3 usually the fastest to the brick if they can survive the early onslaught, the early engagement. So I'm excited to jump into this one, Tiff, and I do want to remind folks out there, no giveaway yet because nobody's on match point. Be prepared on the next one. So a quick reminder, of course, that you need to sign up.
Oh, is that how that works? We got baited.
Series, folks, you all know the drill. 2 days time, registration is opening. Your chance to compete in the Delta Force Rise Series in Season 2. I'm getting word there may be some changes on the horizon as well. Get ready. Season 2 is going to be a banger. Hopefully you're a part of it if you can make it through open qualifiers. But to do that, you got to register first. All right, Tiff, let's jump into Space
Yeah,
City.
code is next map.
Put us in. I was looking around to see what players we're bringing in. We just have a couple
Made,
Tempests on the map.
1K points is
Madeline, and
a
FX
match
going
point.
to be bringing them in. Leviathan actually grabbed themselves a tier 1 spawn over at Westgate, which means W Key Forever from Dormitory is going to be full on sending to see what we can do. Triple Blaster going out with a D-Wolf, Shepherd, a Luru comp, and in are inundating Leviathan with
that
damage.
guy's 1 HP.
Barely able to stay alive. My goodness, Eclipse was 1 HP creeping his way through Westgate. I told you it's a little dangerous on these T1 spawns at Westgate. A lot dangerous with Dormitory throwing a ton of things downrange, but nice save. Able to stay up, and on the other side, guess what? Mad win. Pildora breaking
I'm
out the
not
sniper
doing it. I'm not doing it. I will lose that behind.
With 1 knocked already.
I'm
MW
like
are
out here
swinging on this
fighting
engagement. Of
like
course, we gotta pay attention to the brick and where it
people
spawns,
that
which is
have
right in front of
like
Team Liquid.
their
But a
aim
big
is
fight
so
potentially about to
good.
break
You
out on
think
the
they're
other
aim
side.
botting,
Ooh, here we
and
go.
then I'm
Molly with
those
the
years
face.
stuck with people.
Elsewhere.
I bet in the video I
Curious to
sent
see if we're
Pablo.
gonna have a stalemate like we had
Hey,
in
Pablo, you remember
Brackish,
that
but
video I
what
sent
we
you?
have been seeing, especially in
Of that
EMEA
one
today, some of
guy?
our teams from America who are watching over there, is we were
That's
locking
those are
down
my
our
two
decoding
pivots.
stations and then going to get a Mandel brick and escorting it to where we've already secured.
Yeah, good shout. And I think
Oh my
the likes
goodness.
of MW, they're just a bit too slow here.
For that
Missing
Effie, thank you.
on the player advantage
1
that they
year.
earned by
Thank
getting
you,
the knock
thank you.
here. They had brought in that MW AWM that they had secured earlier. So once they did that, they get their knock, but now it's wasted. Each bullet in the AWM is 100K. And unfortunately, aren't able to capture a full kill. So earning nothing for that besides a new engagement where they're at a disadvantage. They worked their way up to the top, though, and MW is rocking some gold. So they're coming in to swing for the fences here in round 4. Let's see if they can win this engagement.
W also have that Tempest on play, but so does FX. Little D-Wolf Raptor to go alongside it. Uemura on the front line for Matt. and Madwin's just pushing. But here we go. Look at the operator comps. Okay, Madwin brings in 2 players full golded out. They're Luna and they're Tempest. That just means we're playing for the brick and we want to pad them the best we possibly can for that front line when it comes to escorting the brick. But for now, they've got to worry about the fight at hand because they're down to a duo. FX does have one knocked on their side, but still not done.
Good grief. Slept is finding one on the backside. Pildora down. So Team Nadeshot yet again strike first. And Uemura goes down as well. Loud able to get credited with that kill. But Leviathan have the brick and they've started the decode. So yes, a bunch of chaos. Yes, a bunch of swings early. Couple players down. Leviathan in the power position right now with the mana brick currently decoding it.
There we go. Leviathan making moves. Who's going to be the one to chow them? If you got 2 teams as a duo already, those are going to be really difficult to make that happen. But finally, some movement on the Mandel brick horizon, and we're going to thread Luna's arrows straight into the distance, but not connecting onto FX.
Not connecting yet. All these fights away from the brick, as guess what? Team Nadeshot's going to join this engagement. They've got an angle. Marino totally unaware that these 2 players were going to be here, and now all 3 players of Team Nadeshot swing on this. They lose one in transition, but that's no problem. They're willing to trade one out here while MW strikes from the low side and picks up the rest of FX. FX, unfortunately, getting farmed today. They have basically no points on the day. They only have those 4 points on the score just from the resupply that they get per round. FX having a brutal day after a decent showing yesterday. Unfortunate for them. A lot of work to do on this leaderboard while MW licks their wounds and figures out if they want to take this engagement against Team Nadeshot. And even if they don't, they might have to. Team Nadeshot on the hunt.
All right. It's going to be really tough to kind of come back from that if you are FX. Bullying fully wiped now with 5 teams able to fight for this Mandel brick and halfway done with the initial decode for Leviathan. It's all about getting there and breaking down the defenses. They do have a Tempest, a Luna, and a Toxic, so you know they're going to be ready and waiting for those ults. Elsewhere, we have contact. W Key Forever have taken a knock onto Socio.
A big fight around the brick. Need to swing back to it and see what's going on. Inside, W Key Forever trying to push the engagement. It was a knock on
Okay, bites my FE, wrist
so he's back on his feet
well.
after a self-revive. But a lot of util being spent on the low side of this engagement as looks like Team Liquid are going to try to get a piece of the action. W Key Forever strike while the iron's hot. Unfortunately, knock themselves, but they also knock Team Liquid as well, and they take down the full team. A self-nade is fine when you wipe a full pushing Team Liquid squad. Well done to the side of W Key Forever. Team Liquid have to watch and wait and see who gets this brick from the lobby. My goodness, but we stay into the action. We see Team Nadeshot.
WKF just mollied all
Chris
up.
goes down for it, but Team
No
Nadeshot,
way.
double D-Wolf, a ton of util can be thrown down at this brick. And unfortunately, they lose a body.
Smoke
but they
Eye, your
do
favorite
have control of
team.
the decoding station currently. They've reset the timer. Leviathan not going to get this one for free.
Madwin back up to a team of 3. Same with W Key Forever. And Leviathan push through the door and get annihilated by Slept. The duo still holding on to their decode. Haven't been able to get Chris back up on their feet. But you're right. That double D-Wolf is putting out a ton of power.
Slept just put him to sleep. My goodness, what a win there. I thought the swing in, I believe with Fyron, if I saw that correctly, was going to win the engagement. But Slept just turns and burns. That was sick. Chris still down. Gonna try to get his body back up.
Are we
Not really worried
competing?
about holding the brick right now. They just
Panda,
wanted to
me,
reset
Smoke
that
Eye?
timer so that Leviathan didn't get the brick.
I think we're gonna get absolutely collapsed.
2.5 minutes for Team Nadeshot, but they're more focused on getting their teammate back up, play as a full team of 3.
Smoke Eye is gonna
Really
still
liking
be
what I'm seeing
loading
from this team
in,
thus
and
far.
then we're already
We're
dead.
carrying him out into the depths to make sure that no one is around and this regain goes off without a hitch. For now, Leviathan looking to do some of the same, right? We get Socio back up to a team of 3, and since we're close to Centrifuge's decoding station, we can definitely maybe take it back. However, you do still have W Key Forever fresh off that fight from taking down Team Liquid, lurking from the depths.
FX full wiped, Team Liquid full wiped. Leviathan get their third back on their feet. Team Nadeshot
Panda
did the
playing
same.
for supply points.
Leviathan will get the retake
He's
here.
like looting
Gold steal goes
scraps.
to 3 minutes. Next steal takes the max timer to 2.5. Reminder, it's stacked, so every steal reduces the timer minimum 90 seconds. Leviathan have the power position at Centrifuge, though. Now with a couple teams off the map, this is the best setup to take this decoding station. You can play ramp. You can see Eclipse holding this ramp on the south side up towards Centrifuge. You've got one inside of Centrifuge. And Socio playing the cubby. So Team Nadeshot have to decide, do we want to go underneath? Do we want to play shipping containers? I don't love this position. I don't love this push through shipping containers. Unless they can catch maybe Widows through the door. Or maybe Socio from the long angle. But it's going to be tough to take from here.
You will see plenty of time on the clock to make it happen, and back up to a team of 3. Guys, Exoskeleton locked in. D-Wolf ult's coming out, and they want to get on the move.
How are you?
Leviathan. Going to be really difficult to make that same thing happen twice. The same move onto them.
Maybe if WK Forever push in through the downstairs, but no, Socio's just going to get really aggressive. He did Tempest ult, so some resources burn. Here comes WK Forever, the swing unless a fight. They heard the shots being fired. It was their signal flare to join the party. And join the party they sure have. Leviathan down to 2. One self-reviving, the other full yellow timer. Leviathan still technically control of this brick. And Eclipse control of the ramp, but that's all they control. They lose Centrifuge on the inside.
Smoke Eye, your team is winning.
And with that, Team Nadeshot gonna go get the steal for free. Slept on the decoding station. Gets the take back. We move to 2.5 minutes on the clock with Team Nadeshot in control of the brick.
Oh, wait. Yeah, double back because Madwin's potentially going to start filtering up this bridge side of things, and ramp is going to get messy if Eclipse isn't careful. Timing is crazy. And Socio's still up ahead over there. Probably not going to have a Tempest ult for this push, and it doesn't matter. No. Pildora finds him anyways. Eclipse out of here. Going to be Socio last standing for Leviathan.
In a blender, Socio Legend gonna have to do it himself. Bunch of util landing, Aluru rockets connecting. He's forced into the cubby, and he really can't do much. He is a Tempest, and Incendiary lands square on his forehead. My goodness, this guy's eating all the utility in the game. Holy cow. Flushed him out, fumigated the house, got all the pests out into the open, and he gets squashed. Holy moly. See you later. Back to the lobby. Leviathan are out of here. It's a 3-team bang out around the brick. Slept able to pick up the ulting Tempest Pildora. Gonna go back for the self-revive. MW playing ramp. Gonna take their time now. 80 seconds on the clock for this brick. Team Nadeshot still in the power position. WK Forever in Centrifuge. Don't have a Tempest from WK Forever. It's gonna be a tough steal here from the team in pink from Centrifuge as Team Nadeshot have the sight line down the alley.
And I will say, we did see Madwin use their Tempest ult to try and go for the steal, and Team Nadeshot denied them, and that is why they're kind of back on that ramp, regaining, coming up with a plan now that we're in the final minute of this decode. Will WK Forever come out the door? And as we disengage with the scope, little mistime there from Smile, but you know what it does? It gives out that location, has to drop the smoke and hide.
45 seconds on the clock, and there's only one AWM shot left. Slept is maybe going to get aggressive here, or at least try to bait something out. Feeling the pressure from both sides. Team Nadeshot in trouble. Smile's just going to sit on the decoding station. Playing a bit out in the open. This arrow's going to land square on his forehead, so he rolls out. Again, D-Wolf, not quite a Tempest, but pretty quick.
He's stuck between 2 teams.
Down goes one for WK Forever. They can't push by themselves. 20 seconds on the clock. Here comes MW from the opposite side. WK Forever maybe going to let them do the dirty work as Team Nadeshot in a blender. 2 down for them. It's just Chris all alone. Barely breathing. Last alive. Morse from the long angle. 1 HP and a Dream has to back off. He has to let this steal go. He cannot get knocked or it will pause. 3 seconds. Bricks exchange hands. WK Forever strikes while the iron's hot. Takes down one member of MW. And we got a fight on our hands. Team Nadeshot down to 1. WK Forever down to 2. MW the same.
Who's going to be able to hold on in the final 6.5 minutes on this map? Someone is potentially getting a brick here, but it has not been easy.
It's WKF. WKF getting the brick.
Facility. Team Nadeshot has the duo on the ground just above Crisp. Disengaged out the back. Not going to be able to recover these boys.
He's not going to be able to recover. I think Crisp is going for a massive flank. Is he going to go inside, or is he going to go up ramp, potentially? Either way, I like this play. He can't really play as a solo from shipping containers. And he's just going to try to roll up late and stall out this game even longer.
Interesting. We were talking about Luna coming into Space City. and all the vitalness that you get from it. And this decoding station is perfect for her arrows to find every bit of information. Still on cooldown. Last util is going to be this frag. We're cooking, we're throwing. Does it work? Because WK Forever are now back up to a
my
team of 3
name
after
to
we get Crab back on scene.
WKS Celestia.
Team
Yeah, I'm
Nate
not
Shot,
adding
Crisp
you.
is rotating
I'm
all
adding
the way
you.
around ramp side. Could catch the backside of MW.
Change
Currently
your name.
decoding. Yes, this is nice.
WKS
A
Small
great
Kai the
play,
fourth.
but WK Forever have got to do something here. It's a 3v2, and MW are decoding this mana brick. There's 20 seconds left. Here comes the push. Rapid with a nice heading over top. Gonna make them think twice about it, but it doesn't matter if you have to think twice. Chris shoots you in the back. MW in trouble. WK Forever have to push for this. 10 seconds on the clock. Crab's gonna get right under the decoding station, so Lau's gonna have to try to barrel stuff him, and he gets it, but WK Forever get the steal in time. MW wiped, and the steal comes through. It's gonna be a 1v2 for the map. Crisp by himself. WK Forever.
Ah, heck. Why that's so good? You play that.
Can he pull it off as a Morse?
Yeah, we don't play that. That guy's low.
Whatever it takes, Goj.
Yeah, you missed your
Whatever it takes.
4-second
The most
window. That guy was
crazy
not gonna
1v2
pick
of your
that.
tournament life is going to be right now, and WK Forever have so many frags. But Team Nadeshot looking really nice throughout what we've seen in Survivor Match Day 2. Under a minute to go, and it starts one by one.
I mean, Crisp is him.
But you can't wait
But can he
until too
truly step
long,
up to the task?
because then they'll know
Nice
you only
util
have
land on
one
the backside.
option.
He knows there's one on the decoding station. It's going to
There we
land
go.
on one. The other's going to be smoked. He tries to isolate the ones. Incendiary doesn't connect on him. That's good news. Incendiary on cooldown.
Do we have ult? Do we have a Luru ult for WK
Swing.
Forever? Angle's coming
Taking it.
in.
He misses!
Damage. Too much damage.
It's over.
Has to heal.
It's
What's
over.
Seabot's gonna do? Is he gonna push this? Try to get close?
Chris has to play for the
It's
full
over.
wipe. One pushing up close, and
Yeah,
unfortunately, he gets
I don't
gunned
know
down.
what he's
WK
doing.
Forever will
That
get the
guy,
first
he
brick.
had to break the
A
thing
great
race.
effort.
I don't know
WK
what he's
Forever
doing.
Take the win. Let's listen in.
拿我的，这5套满5，这基本上满到7，拿着。找金丹是找金丹了。
他有金蛋我带走。OK，
Look, Small Guy, your favorite team, winning. They guarantee
Again,
place
I am
on the
not
high
violating.
road. They play in
But one thing I'm sure
finals.
they were saying
Your
was
favorite
full
team.
wipe, and some celebration there. We know Team Nate was full
Your
wipe, and that is
full
likely everybody on the
team.
map, or that's what they're thinking. We know that certainly is the case. What a fight for the mana brick. Fun
That was
one to
honestly
watch.
crazy. Like, honestly crazy. If Crisp clutches that, like, game changer. Get him in the finals. I don't even care. That's not how it works. You got to get 2 bricks, right? But of course, they are definitely going to be fighting it out in our next Space City. But you think about what WK Forever has done. They were patient. They made the Om do a lot of opening damage for some of it, but they also got 10 kills. We wiped 3 full teams and then some, essentially.
Yeah, I mean, that's ridiculous. Yeah, they ended with 10.
Yeah.
That's wild. I mean, honestly, I really liked their play too, right? They came up from the low side of Centrifuge. They popped up at the perfect time when Leviathan was getting pushed from the front by Team Nadeshot and Madwin, actually, from the ramp. So they came up from the low side. They got some kills. They certainly earned this brick. It's not often where the team that picks up the most kills gets the brick as well. So WK Forever go from mid to great very quickly. Not even just getting a mana brick here, but also a ton of squad points. 10 kills, for those that are maybe tuning in for the first time, is 10 points and 8 million Technic Alloy straight to the stash. 800k per kill, 10 kills, 8 million. So their squad points go up dramatically just from the kills alone, let alone if they can even send one out via test workshop here. That's 14 points straight onto the leaderboard. Great effort by these guys. They're going to be rich going to the next map. And if Seabots gets out as well, which he certainly will, he's also keeping his gold gear for the next round. And an Okay. I mean, what else would you guys want? You want a cookie too?
Yes,
Good grief.
honestly, might as well. What is it, 9:30 p.m. on a Saturday? I deserve a cookie. So
Fair
does,
enough.
so does WK Forever, to be fair. They deserve the Mandel brick. They worked incredibly hard for it, and sending C-Bots out is the icing on the cake. So now that we think about it, with Space City done and dusted, you're going to have just like 45 seconds left on the match timer for Kiki here to go ahead and see what else goodies he can find to stash in that loot box. Now, mind you, they've had a bit of a luck today, but also have definitely earned it in working hard, because they found, what was it, 4.3 mil key card on Zero Dam?
Yeah, no, yeah, they've been lucky. They've gotten their kills. They've gotten the Mandel break. They've really had a great time today. They had a frustrating one yesterday, so it's nice to turn a bit of the luck onto their side. But I love production showcasing some fun little notes, some fun little Easter eggs around the map while we wrap up the final 10 seconds. Can you get lucky enough? Nope, nothing crazy in the final 10, but still, WK Forever, a great map. All right.
No breaker.
Space City
Thank you.
map did not disappoint.
Thank you for subbing.
Only one
Thank you for
team
getting a sub.
remaining,
Binti
and they
binti.
earned the brick by killing everybody else. Crazy amount of points, a brick in hand. They've got to be feeling very confident.
No,
going
the
into
smoke
next
guy,
one.
you have to stay.
Oh, heck
You
yeah.
have
They
to
are
stay and watch the
ready. They
rest of
are
this.
just kind of
I don't want to
gearing
hear
up
it.
now. Over on the EMEA side of things, we did see someone go back to back when it came to closing things out. Not sure if Americas will run the same, but of course our teams locked in. If they're disappointed in the performance, if they want to run it back, I can only
Smoke
imagine.
Eye, you
But
are not
after the
going
performance
anywhere.
from WK Forever, yeah, best team on that map by far.
Yeah, again, I'll show you a little bit of math. 10 kill points is 10 points. Plus, it's going to give you 8 million in stash value. There goes your supply points for another 4 points, because it's every 2 mil. Plus, they picked up 4 mil in safe boxes and C-Bots getting out. That's another 2 points. Folks, that's a 16-point round. Whew, that is a banger. That is like quadruple FX's total points throughout the course of the first 3. A big map. Loud finds his way to 5 kills as well, though. So MW
Try a
did not
MCX
go
build.
quietly out of this map. Great job from them, and Loud finding his 5.
I'll try it later, whenever this is over. Assuming we don't go to against
Now,
Saba.
here's the deal. That dude was finding so much value with that damage. It's a shame the team
I
Nate
can
Shot
try
couldn't
right
hold on
now.
to the
I'll
Mandel
load it
break,
up
but
in the
of course, our
back.
Papa Sisters too for WK Forever's Crab and Peaky. And then we go to the top asset earners. If you're getting out with the my guy, you're gonna be up there.
Yeah, a big map, getting out the getting out with at least a round. I want to say it might have only been 1 or 2 from the one that was left from Team Nade Shot. So I don't know if they'll bring it in. I'm sure they will. I'm not sure how much value they'll get from it, but any value is good value. Can WK Forever go back-to-back and close us out in 5? And if they do that, it'll come down to the tiebreaker. It'll come down to the squad points, and technically Team Nade Shot in the best position. But those margins, those room for error, Tiff, it is getting smaller and smaller. I don't know. Do you have any predictions? Do you think it's a back-to-back, or is this going to go longer?
I think a back-to-back would be incredibly difficult, but we can only imagine some crazy things happening for Survivor Stage. It's day 2. Anything could happen.
Anything can happen, but the only thing that matters is that you are top 2. Everybody else
Hello, Small
eliminated from the
Kaikatsu.
Gulf Force
How are
Rise
you?
Series. Last chance to make the finals, folks. We're going to take a
They're
short
doing
break.
well
When we come
today.
back, it's going to be Space City again. It's going to be another Mandel Brick round, and it is going to be match point for at least one of our teams. Don't miss it.
Had and breathe. Get some katsu. Nom 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 nom. Okay, get ready for your code. We're gonna all miss it because the bots are faster than us, but you never know. I got it one time. I'm getting Chipotle. Yummy. Enjoy.
Decoded. Nice work, operator.
The time to strike is now. Do not let me down, operator.
Decoding has begun. Defend the area.
Is about to take the first hit to bring up the tournament. They're going to do it.
What goes around, comes around.
Oh, I'm not gonna do very much. Don't you get barrel stuff? Skydie is getting aggressive.
See what I did there? You ain't seen nothing yet.
Let's knock them off their feet.
There we go. There it is. Welcome back, Delta Force Rise Series America Survivor Stage 2. Maybe you're just tuning in and you just missed a bloodbath with WK Forever standing tall amidst the bodies of their ruined enemies, picking up 10 kills and a Mandel
Yeah,
brick.
Smoke
They find
Eyes team's
themselves at the top
winning.
of the
Look,
leaderboard now with a brick in
Mandel
hand,
brick
Team Nate
and
Shot still
26
very well
points.
into that second place.
I mean, they truly are, right?
I need Team
That is a
Liquid to
big gain
freaking
from
get a
WK
brick.
Forever to get that many squad points plus a Mandel brick. But Team Nade Shot, you're right. If it ended here, those are your final two teams for Leviathan, MW, Team Liquid, FX. I've said it after every match. We really haven't been able to move the margin when it comes to these squad points. But if you can get yourself a brick, that auto guarantees you in that top two. Or at least for now. Unless WQ Forever goes back to back, and then we have a same situation like we saw in EMEA earlier today, and it got really scary really fast because the team that had
Okay,
the
I'll
most
be right
squad
back.
points got wiped out of the lobby first, and it just had to wait.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, this tiebreaker may matter quite a bit. So we got to watch out for the squad points, and we got to keep that in mind. Team Nation still top fragging as well. That's our second tiebreaker. If you somehow tie in squad points, yes, that happened. It does go to kills. Got to go back and watch EMEA Survivor Stage 2. It was a banger. But for now, we tune in to the next Space City map, and of course, we have to talk about operators. WK Forever did all of that without a Tempest. They and Team Liquid and Team Nadeshot have both their Tempest for maps 5 and map 6. So a nice little advantage for those two teams. For now, though, everybody will use a Tempest on this next map, and therefore, well, maybe not 100%, but likely most people will. Going for this brick, we see, of course, the same operator choices coming through. Luna, Stinger if you can, and maybe a mix of Uluru getting thrown in here if you can't.
Yeah, it's all about what works sense for you. Who had tier 1 spawns last round, who's not going to be able to get them. Leviathan and MW had tier 1 spawns, are not going to be eligible here in game number 5 to be able to pull that out. I mean, look, WK Forever got a brick from a tier 3 spawn. Dormitory's not super far, but they ran at Leviathan, and now knowing that they have potential to grab the tier 1, I would imagine they're going to come back even more kitted out.
I agree. Let's see what their kits are. Let's see what operators they decide to choose and who could maybe get the next brick. Here we go, folks. We are on match point, and those that know ball know that guess what? We've got another giveaway at hand. Get ready, ladies and gentlemen. When you see the code pop up on your screen, enter it in as fast as you can. Redeem in-game or the official website. Type it in. You could be one of the lucky 15. Only 15 people will get this redemption, and if you do, you're going to earn 1,000 Delta tickets for yourself just by watching the broadcast and having faster fingers than everybody else watching the show. So the top 15 people, the 15 fastest, will get this reward. And if you miss it, don't worry. We've got a few more later down the line. And, of course, you got to tune in tomorrow for the finals as well. Thanks for being here. Let's see if it's the last map or the beginning of the end as we move into map 5. Let's go, Space City.
We're getting into it, guys. Who's going to make it into our finals lobby tomorrow? FX has been getting wiped pretty early on. They're going to be spawning over here in Dormitory with Team Liquid over at Westgate. For WK Forever, they do get that tier 1 spawn over by Employee Passage and Central Command Bridge. They do bring in the Luna Tempest D-Wolf.
You can see Team Liquid get through Westgate without too much of a worry. Precision just going to make sure he gets through, healing up before finishing the push through the smoke. Put a good shout on where everybody's at as everybody pushes towards the brick. Team Liquid will actually be playing around the brick this time. Let's see if they can catch a better engagement this time around. They find themselves at second to last here currently, but it is a very tight race between Leviathan, MW, and Team Liquid. Quick look at the operator counts as Eclipse is able to find Mindo in transition. Already a fight breaking out. Leviathan taking quite a bit of damage. Operator comps important. Everybody running a Tempest across the board. I believe Mindo also running Tempest and hadn't popped ult yet. We'll double check that in a second, but still, Team Liquid in the most trouble currently.
Things are looking very difficult for Team Liquid trying to get things moving. Now, mind you, when you think back to America's just yesterday, Team Liquid did get their brick in map 5 on Space City.
Well, they're going to have to do it as a duo. They do trade one back, though. Widow's knocked, and Socio knocked as well. So, yes, you had player advantage, but unfortunately, you peek, and you didn't know where all three players were. Precision, a great play over the top. 2 of Leviathan go down. These two teams fighting. It's going to give a lot of room for some of these other rosters to go for the brick, including WK Forever, who's technically on match point. Leviathan in deep trouble.
Yeah, that's also true. If a lot of our teams get wiped out here early, it just gives the odds to WK Forever to close it out. And here goes Team Nadeshot. Slept getting crazy yet again. Finds a pick on a Pildoro, and Chris finishes out Rapid. Mad Win are in shambles. Loud can't hold on, and they're out of here.
Ain't no way. The trap at Water Tank on Bridge works. MW walks straight into the trap, and the trap collapses, finding all 3 members of MW obliterated. Team Nadeshot pick up 3 kill points off rip. But of course, we turn our eyes back to the Mantle Brick. Where is it? It is in WK Forever's hands, and they go to Black Chamber to go decode indoors. Things gonna look a lot different now. Everybody headed indoors, and WK Forever are electing to play for a much more chaotic decoding station. This is gonna be one where everybody's gonna be in CQB, and they're gonna be battling, going for steals, playing off their Tempest ult cooldowns.
Oh, let's get it. Let's get it. During group stages, we had a Black Chamber decode on a map change hands 17 times. Gosh.
Good grief. Well, here's a look back at the trap that was laid. Great trigger discipline to wait until they were out in the open. Couldn't get to safety. Smoking and hiding isn't going to help you when Team Nadeshot has set up the perfect kill box. We do see Mindo get re-knocked. I want to say, yes, that was on a Tempest ult, so he's back up onto his feet already. And he self-res after going for maybe the brick or just pushing out with the ult to get a lay of the land. So that did confirm that everybody brought in a Tempest this round.
Big expenditure there. WK Forever, solid gold. Still on the decode, under 3 minutes. Now, with Team Nadeshot shooting the way they are, it's going to be really interesting once they make their way over here to Black Chamber. FX still on the map, but as we go back towards the replay, this is what happened.
Yeah, Mindo was ulting to loot. I respect that. Pop the ult, go for the bodies on the ground. All right, now here's the important note, okay? For those new viewers out there, a quick couple reminders. Maybe you haven't watched competitive Delta Force in a while. There used to be a big ping that goes out to the server basically saying, hey, the team on match point is currently decoding. That is not the case anymore. So nobody knows that it's WK Forever. The team on match point, the team that will end the tournament right here, currently decoding. FX, the only one playing aggressive. Marino just eats a ton of utility and is going to be able to get the steal. There's that ult. This is why Tempest is so valuable. Look how far he's able to stretch that emergency evasion device to get there, get the steal, reset the timer, and then get back to safety. WK Forever will immediately steal it right back. And if anything, it resets the timer down to 3 minutes, just getting that timer lower and lower for every steal.
All good. All good. WK Forever's like, sure. Good luck wasting your ult there for Team Liquid. Working on getting over closer and closer as they make their way through Buoyancy Lab. We do still have a solo of Leviathan who's lurking up towards the north. Could try to get into some action in third party, maybe find a kill later on during the map, just when we know how tight those squad points can get. Every kill matters.
Interestingly enough, not that they know it, but Team Nadeshot have such strong score right now that if WK Forever get this brick, that's good for them. They will likely secure second place as long as somebody doesn't just pop takeover and wipe the map and take all the loot and get out with it. So Team Nadeshot not too pressed about getting really aggressive towards this brick. Now, of course, they'd like to, but they're in a pretty powerful position on bridge, and they've already picked up 3 kill points. They are in full gold with the Tempest. I'd be surprised if they don't come try to make a play late. But I don't know. It's a tough decision for them to make. They don't technically know it's WK Forever currently decoding.
No, but they have enough squad points to know that if it does somehow end here, we're chilling.
Yeah. Exactly. But Crab waiting and saying, okay, nobody wants to play brick. Good for us. It's going to be FX to make the first move again. Waiting for Tempest ult. They certainly have it now. And we know Marino's going to pop that and go for the steal. This time, will they let him?
It's definitely getting spicy, which is making me really happy. But a minute left on the clock. And here we go. Team Liquid from Buoyancy across the way have finally entered the Black Chamber. And to WK Forever, the influx of damage could be a little too much, but what they do is they all 3 stay up. Mendo forced to heal up. Hodzic now on the peak with the Luna. Can we thread the Volt Arrow throughout? We do see it being stolen in the meantime, thanks to a Tempest from FX.
Yeah, a classic play from FX. They hear some shots and they go, oh, perfect, cool. We can just grab this for free. Nice steal. 2.5 minutes now. Next steal puts it to 2 minutes on the clock for the decoding station. So, like I said, this indoor decoding station, you can't just sit on it. It's just a wide open hallway. So you have to kind of play for these steals and then play a chow when somebody goes for the steal and then back up into safety again. So just keep that in mind. WK Forever are doing the right play. With Team Liquid pressuring on top, FX pressuring now down below. Team Nadeshot are electing to push up, or at the very least, they're sending their Tempest to get recon. You see that blue dot on the mini-map? That's one member of Team Nadeshot getting aggressive, likely their Tempest, and you see them now zipping all the way off your mini-map back to safety. Yeah, there you go. They got their intel.
They know for WK Forever from the stairwell as we work our way back on up. They really benefited from the fact that there were so many teams not left in the lobby, so we're gonna have to fight for it. Crab with the triple blaster, throwing it through the doorway up above, gives you the angles and the information that you need. But honestly, if FX times this right, they don't even need to push. They have the decode, but they just have to hold that hallway.
Yeah, FX is just going to hold the low side while these two teams fight. At some point, something's going to break. Either they have to take the engagement or go for the brick. And if somebody turns to go for the brick, the other is going to take the engagement. So a bit of a standoff. WK Forever looking to get aggressive here. Peek the corner, get pressured for it. Throwing util out, does basically nothing. Smokes a galore. WK Forever can't make a decision. So FX are getting the results of that, which is literally nothing on the bottom side. Team Liquid are peeking over to get some intel. 40 seconds on the clock right now. Team Nadeshot have entered the building. Team Nadeshot not going to leave this up to chance here, Tiff.
No, you can't do that. We cannot afford to have anything left for chance. A Mandel Brick will be the best chance at succeeding into that Delta Force Finals lobby tomorrow. WK Forever have gained ground onto Team Liquid and are pushing them back, but it doesn't matter. With 20 seconds on the clock, you're right, Ghost. Who's going to go for the steal? Someone has to make a play for it, and here comes FX to shoot down Team Nadeshot. They don't get the steal, and still 2 are sandwiched in. Trades galore. Can Slept hop it? He does for the 2.5 seconds. He gets it. Team Nadeshot, the solo left standing.
Team Nadeshot may have saved the day to prevent FX from getting the brick, but now they're in a deep blender. Slept just trying to stay alive for a moment. He can't get around the corner in time. Team Nadeshot get the steal, which resets the timer, and it keeps the game going, but they will not be a part of it. Team Nadeshot out. WK Forever still winning engagements on the top side. Team Liquid down to a solo, while WK Forever pick up theirs. Leviathan have entered into the engagement. It's just Eclipse left, and he's found an angle on Tomiozo. FX now full wipe. Who's going to end up with the brick? WK Forever in the best position by a country mile with all 3 up if they can get this res. Mindo has to be a hero here to keep this game going.
And there you go. Resources coming in, trying to find Mendo. He's been playing behind these. He gets the knock on the C-bots, and a big 1v1 through the doorway. He wipes WK Forever.
Sit down, says Mendo. What a play. We play at least one more map. And now Mendo will be able to at least pick up 1. Eclipse, here's the res coming. He knows this is likely near end of map. Mendo hears some footsteps. He's playing for this chow. It connects, though. Eclipse knows he has an advantage. He can maybe push it, but a disarm comes through, so he backs off. Smartly taking this engagement a little bit slower. He doesn't have to get overly aggressive. If he can stall out Mendo here, he's going to get the brick. If Leviathan walk away with his brick, I'm going to lose my mind.
Oh my god. He's working so hard for it. A little 1v1 action, 30 seconds on the clock. Mendo already went massive. Mendo with 3 kills, 2 on precision. Clips has 2 of his own. But the thing is, he's in charge of this, having the decode already.
Leviathan 100% get this brick if Eclipse does not scam. He cannot. If he dies, it pauses.
He has 1 chance. 1 chance.
Perfect.
And I think Leviathan, do it.
Wow.
There it is. Leviathan, get the brick. Smiles all around from Eclipse. The little solo shenanigans pay off. He recognizes the chaos that is occurring in Black Chamber and does exactly what he needs to do.
Sometimes it pays to be late. I tell myself that as I always roll up late to the function.
Oh my god.
Widows is dog
But here it
shit.
truly is the case.
Shut up.
Listen in.
That's what I like to fucking
Free
see.
brick,
This
bro.
one
Free
That's what I like
brick,
to fucking
son.
see.
Well played.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my
Well fucking
God.
played, Eclipse.
Oh my blessing. Don't even tell Jay.
Don't even tell who? Whomst?
Free brick. I mean, fair enough. It is free when everybody else dies. Let's take a look back on these replays as Eclipse comes in the backside. He did earn his way through, finds the last member of FX, and then this big engagement on the top side keeps everybody else away. So Leviathan's Eclipse is just waiting. Mindo goes nuclear, sits them down, sends them back to the lobby, winning as a solo. And then Leviathan get the brick because of it, and Eclipse gets out of the lobby protecting his golds. What a play from a one-man army.
Sometimes you just gotta put the team on your back as a solo to get the brick and get in to potentially the finals tomorrow. The first step for Leviathan has been completed here in round number 5. Team Liquid, though, on a full regain, have 5 minutes to traverse Space City. And they don't know they're the only ones here, but they're going to be finding dog tags and loot galore.
And they've got to assume at this point. They know that Eclipse is out there. They don't know that he necessarily already got out. But it was the right play. Eclipse knew that he couldn't really take this engagement unless he got really aggressive, and he didn't want to get aggressive because he wanted to stay alive for the brick. Once he got the brick, just protect your golds, get out, like cut your losses at this point for everything else you lost on the map. It's a big win from them. Team Liquid, I think at this point, Tiff, are just going to try to... Actually, they're going to try to extract. Yeah, fair enough. Like, great wherewithal, great heads-up play here, actually. Look at the timer difference. It's probably really small if you're on mobile. You can see it on our map feed. 3 minutes, 52 seconds. Game clock, 4 minutes and 14 seconds when I called it out. So a nice, like, 20-second spread there to be able to make a play for the extraction. All 3 of Team Liquid will also make it out of the lobby.
Doing whatever it takes to preserve resources, make the most of what you have, and get out, maximizing those squad points. When you think about Leviathan, we talked specifically, guys, about how they didn't have a ton of squad points moving into this, but once you have a Mandel brick, it does not matter. Of course, that moves them into second place underneath WQ forever because of squad points. But those 2 teams, if one of them ends it in our next match, those are the 2 guaranteed to be going to finals.
What a map. Space City never disappoints, I swear. Team Liquid, too. I mean, they're going to jump this leaderboard as well. Extracting here is big for them, so a big tiebreaker in our hands. Leviathan has been brutalized up until this moment, so it's nice for them to catch the right side of the coin flip. Some of the RMG finally going their way, and also great skill as well.
Dude, my heart rate would have been going crazy knowing I just needed to hit a 1v1 to steal my brick. Like, just to have that, like, come on.
Wow. It's all loot from here on out. Got about 2 minutes of looting before they all extract. Maximize your value, gentlemen. Listen, I say this every time at the top of the show. It's a good time to say it now as well. The pro scene, it doesn't emulate pubs often, but these moments right here, I mean, this is the pub experience, baby. You got to loot up and you got to stack your safe boxes full of everything if you're not going to get out of the map. This time, it is about inventory management. I'm talking part every weapon, piece every gun. You'll see a lot of the pro players here. I didn't I was kind of looking at other stuff. I didn't see it on these guys, but a lot of pro players will bring in a revolver and it'll have nothing on it. And then they bring in a revolver, they don't even bring in ammo for it because they're not going to use it. But you could part weapons, and the revolver can take most parts of weapons onto it. You can make some crazy Frankenstein-type revolver. Doesn't look like they elected to do it this time because they didn't have a ton of loot value, but it is something that people do sometimes, and could have found some value from it this time. Parting the weapons, putting it on the revolver just to add some extra carrying space, extra value. But inventory management, we go. All about the slot value, folks.
What a day. What a day for Americas. I was not anticipating a series like this, but Americas is being wild, and I love it.
Last 80 seconds, they move towards extraction. Double check with recon arrow. Don't worry, gentlemen, you are free to extract. Great individual performances from a couple different teams, and things are now much closer on our leaderboard. 2 teams with a brick, 4 teams without. Team Nadeshot and Team Liquid will be very close now together on the leaderboard, essentially tying or close to tying for 3rd and then 4th place. But the 2 teams with the brick will be on top, which means if you want to go to finals, you now have to have a mantle brick. All 4 of these teams, Tiff, I'm expecting that don't have one are going to be playing for brick, no questions asked. And if they aren't playing for brick, we can all yell at them. This is their only way in.
We get to yell at them? Okay, perfect. Sign me up, coach. Like, put me in. That's exactly what I want to do with my life. But honestly, 6 seconds left on the clock until they get on out of here. And then it's all about resetting the mental before going into our next Space City round 6. Mendo there. I mean, look, that first fight he took before that final 1v1 was pretty nasty.
Oh, I mean, that was clinical. Breaks line of sight, breaks the camera, rolls on through. Tempest, man, so elite. As an assault operator, so much utility as well, so good reason there. Again, another example of why Tempest is so valuable. Dive rolling through the door, breaking the camera, and winning the engagement against WKey forever to keep the game alive. But Eclipse sneak in and take the brick away. 2 kills, sure. Decent little damage. Decent assets because he got out as well. But it was all Eclipse on that one. Mantle brick going to just him alone, the team reaping the rewards.
Let's go ahead. Let's look at our scoreboard. Eclipse there extracts 2 kills, 1.7 mil, plus a Mandel brick for Leviathan. Team Liquid, 5 kills as a team. Same with Team Nadeshot. Flexo, 37M, and WKey Forever grab a couple to go their way. But as we look through our players, Mendo, top killer, of course, after that play that he made inside the Black Chamber. And Team Liquid also having precision up there as well.
Yeah, and again, too, we saw a quick glance there. You'll see it, and then probably the next, I think it's assists and then assets. But the next leaderboard is going to be really important. You see decent assists, I guess, 1 for each of these players. But assets were ridiculous for Team Liquid because they were able to get out. It was over 12 mil combined. Here it is. Yeah, 12.6 mil combined between these 3 figures, which is 6 supply points. So with that in mind, there's a chance Team Liquid have actually eclipsed the likes of Team Nadeshot on the leaderboard with those extra points that they picked up from all the loot. That's why winning the map can be so valuable. You get all 3 of you looting everybody and extracting. We talked about kill points being valuable, but sometimes looting is also valuable. That's extraction shooters for you, baby. That's Delta Force for you. Tiff, what a fun map. I'm excited about the next one.
I mean, I feel like the action's going to keep on moving. Space City has been everything that we needed here in the Delta Force Rise series. Who's going to get their own Mandel brick, or do we end in 6?
Do we end in 6? 2 teams can close out in the next one, folks. You got to tune in to find out. We're going to take a very short break here in the booth. When we come back, could be the last map, could be the penultimate one. Let's wait and see.
See some damage in the entire group stage for a reason. He's got 1, he's got 2. No, I mean, we take that all day. Especially for fans. The jump comes in from grab.
operator. The time to strike is now. Do not let me down, operator.
Decoding has begun. Defend the area.
Is about to take the first hit to break up the tournament. And they're going to do it.
What goes around, comes around.
Not gonna do very much. Though. You get barrel stuff. Skydie is getting aggressive.
See what I did there? You ain't seen nothing yet.
Let's knock them off their feet.
There we go. Much damage, and there it is. Welcome back, Delta Force Rise Series America Survivor Stage 2. Ladies and gentlemen, we got 2 teams with a brick, 4 without, and only 2 spots to the finals as we move to another Space City map. Tiff, I am very excited to see if WK Forever can close it out, or maybe, just maybe, Leviathan from the bottom of the leaderboard now up into second place. Where will they land? Take a look at the leaderboard. Team Nadeshot still holding on barely to the top squad points.
I mean, look, having those squad points is going to be so vital because if you think about them grabbing a brick here, then they essentially, should Leviathan not really do too much in terms of squad points, should slot inside the top 2. And if no one gets a brick in game 7, you know, you have to start thinking about things like that. Any opportunity to put yourself into the finals is going to be done by winning yourself a Mandel brick.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You have to get a brick at this point. There is no if, then, or buts about it. Go for the brick. You have to. Top 2 make it to finals. We'll say it over and over again, but now a much tighter race in the squad points category. Team Nadeshot gets a brick. They'll find themselves into the top 2 if Leviathan doesn't put up a sizable number of points. Team Liquid get a brick. They'll put themselves into the top 2, same story. So Leviathan might have made a heroic play on the back of Eclipse, but maybe not done yet. Now, of course, you can avoid all of that math. If one of these top 2 teams get a brick, it is over. And the only teams that make it to the finals are the teams with the brick. So a lot on the line, a lot of if, thens, and buts, a lot of hypotheticals, but now it's just a matter of time. Who will clutch up when it matters most? Let's take a look. Round 6, the most limited round. Operators are much more limited at this point, and if we get into round 7, everything will open back up. You can use whatever operators you want, still maximum of 2, but all of this that you see will be reset. So Tiff, question is, who brings in what for this round?
Well, I mean, honestly, if you've got Tempest left, you're going to use it or lose it. You'll get it back if we go to game 7, so you might as well expend it. WK Forever, Team Liquid, Team Nadeshot likely going to be the ones to bring in their last Tempest. So then you immediately look to who has Lunas left, who has Stingers left, what other viable resources are going to make your best foot forward. Holding down Black Chamber. Is it Centrifuge? Are you going open? So it really just depends on so many crazy factors, but the only thing at the end of the day that matters, as long as you get aggressive with smart engagements.
That's exactly right. Here's the meta comp. We know it. We love it. We know how it works, but not everybody, hardly anybody could even use this comp. Half the teams have a Tempest, half without. If we take to the spawns to try to figure out some strategies, what do you think, Tiff? WK Forever, Team Liquid can't get it. What do they do?
Full send. Full send. WQ Forever hasn't been stopped by not getting a tier 1 spawn. They did it from Dormitory with a tier 3 spawn back just on round number 4. So not too worried about them. Team Liquid with the way Mendo is shooting. Yeah, okay. Not necessarily too worried about them. For Team Nadeshot, if they get a tier 1 spawn, they are full sending.
I couldn't agree more. Everybody's got a full tilt, full send at this point. The only other team that frankly doesn't have to, I guess, sort of, if you want to leave it up to chance a bit, is WK Forever, just because they have solid squad points and they have a brick. So somebody else getting a brick isn't the end of the world. But you never know. Here we go, folks. It is map number 6, a nail biter here in the last chance to make it to finals. So I do want to remind you again, if you want to be a part of the action like this in future seasons, guess what? It's right around the corner, season 2. Registration opens in 2 days' time, August 10th. Get your team ready, get signed up, work your way through open quals after that, and hopefully I'll be casting over your gameplay in season 2. Do not miss your chance to compete. But for now, we got to turn our eyes to the end of season 1, round 6 of Survivor Stage 2.
And here we go. FX and Mad Win with their tier 1 spawns. Team Nadeshot are going to have that dormitory spawn there immediately, keeping their eyes on Mad Win. But will they be able to connect through the smokes? We're trying to find purchase. A couple of damage has been done, but nothing too major onto Mad Win.
Nothing major yet. Everybody just trying to time their 100-meter dash in Delta Force straight to the middle of the map. 4 teams have made their way to mid-map. You can see FX sprinting forward. They've had a brutal day today, but everything can change if they just get a brick. WK Forever worked their way into Black Chamber, where they started things last map. MW up ramp into Centrifuge, now on your screen now. And then Team Liquid up in Buoyancy. 4 teams in mid-map. Quick look at the comps. The 3 teams that had a Tempest are using them. Team Nadeshot, Team Liquid, WK Forever. A small advantage because they have a Tempest. The other 3 bringing in a few golds to try to compensate.
Too bad, but a little in shambles. But at this point, so many teams have invested throughout our earlier Space City rounds. FX there from the balcony side of things, overlooking in where the Mandel Brick is. And Marino drops on down into the smoke to recover the Mandel Brick. The question is, what is our decoding station going to look like? We've seen Centrifuge. We've seen Black Chamber. It's been a minute since we've gone dormitory, but no one's there. Everyone's kind of centered around this area.
FX in a very interesting position. I'm sorry if my idioms are being overused, but fortune favors the bold. I mean, they're just there at the spawn right when it pops, grab it, and run away. They got it, and they're headed north. I think they're headed to Sand. I think they're going to go over Employee Passage 2. Unfortunately for them, I'm not sure if they know that Leviathan is up in Central Command. Look at the map view right now. There's a decoding station up where Widows is at on the top side of the map. They may be hand-delivering a package to a team that could close us out here. We'll pay attention to the north in a moment as Mindo catches some, looks like a bit of util, and then backs off with the Tempest ult. What is about to happen?
Oh, all right. Get into some action early. Let me at him. FX, though, you have to think about it. 10 squad points on the board of Brick could do absolute numbers for them, as we still haven't committed to where we need to go. The likelihood of them realizing that someone is up north waiting for the decoding station is very real.
If you haven't watched before, if you didn't know, if somebody has a Mandel Brick in hand, you can see them on your map. So everybody knows where this brick is going. So you see Team Nadeshot on the map feed now, wrapping all the way up through Dormitory. They're going to try to catch this on the north side as well. Again, probably trying to spot Leviathan up here. It looks like FX have actually dropped the brick to maybe play a bit of bait here for some of the other teams. Probably got some intel, probably spotted Leviathan, and now thinking, this is a death trap if we go north. We're dropping it up in the corner, and we'll think about where we're going to go from there. We do see Mindo go down. Team Liquid in trouble. 2 down, and then they trade one back through the window. 2v2.
It's kind of scary, especially if you've got action already this early on. Triple Blaster to kind of isolate and maybe get the pickup. But with Mendo down, who made some of those clutches towards end map in round 5, just shooting through, not connecting. You find one hit marker, but he's already jumped out of the way, and the trade's coming in. And Team Liquid, Hodzic finds one, but he gets traded out. Madwin trying to hold on. It's a final 1v1.
Talk about a bloodbath. 1v1. Pildora versus Precision. In the meantime, hand delivered on a silver platter. Who picked up the Mandel Brick? Leviathan. They walk across Employee Passage, pick it up where FX left it on the ground.
Sure.
Leviathan gonna do the decode on the north side in complete control. Team Nadeshot will be on their backside. We'll tune into them in a second. Will this fight continue? Here's a look at it. They're just running back to where they know it's safe. They've owned the north for the entire map, and they start the decode.
Interesting. Okay. And I mean, Team Liquid could make a reset, but this Madwin being a solo in the vicinity, Precision and Pildora will probably bump heads a bit. Oh, you can see Precision is definitely on the hunt. Pildora forced to disengage down the stairs, hitting on the repairs for the armor. Helmet still cracked, and Precision is solid gold, just picks up the fallen foes.
I mean, this fight off map, I was about to say, this is the one that needs to be on screen here. We're up at Brick. Team Nadeshot, top side of Central Command. FX now below them. and Leviathan on the brick. Back to a fight, though. Guns firing. Team Liquid in trouble. A team trying desperately to claw their way out. Again, do it. MW go down. Team Liquid survive. This time on the back of Precision's 2 kills, Hot 6-1. These guys are clutching up to stay alive in this match. But all eyes now on Leviathan in this brick.
Guys, mind you, if it ends here, if Leviathan hits a decode and flawlessly holds Sands, we are done. And the only 2 teams with Mandel bricks are the ones advancing on to the finals.
This is it. Leviathan trying to get some intel using Aluru. Not much is gathered yet. Team Nade shot peeking out of Central Command. FX making the wide wrap actually south. I like this. Trying to pinch Leviathan between who they know is on the north, which is Team Nade shot, and then themselves on the south. WK Forever could swing in on this actually up through Printing Room. They're wrapping all the way on top northeast side of the map. Widows hears the footsteps, though. He knows he's about to be in trouble. But trying to help out his teammates as well.
Hold steady. Hold steady. FX says, we may have delivered it to you, but we are here to take it back. Instead, you get an incendiary straight to your face. Oh, okay. D-Wolf ult pop from Socio on the top. Hits the finish right there. Brings it down to a 3v2, and he is isolating them 1v1. Instead, we need a little bit of backup there. Eclipse comes in with some final damage onto FX, and they fall.
Yeah, unfortunately for FX, they were not in a great position. They decided to play low side. They catch an incendiary straight to the mouth. They go underneath and just put themselves in a kill box. They're in their own trap, and then they just get obliterated. They finally get one trade, but that's it. Now, in the meantime, Leviathan, they lost one, so they're going for the res. The only team that can actually go for the steal is Team Nadeshot. They are so far away, rushing for this on the back of a Tempest ult. Team Nadeshot trying to get to the brick and go for the steal. Leviathan will see it. They know this is going to happen. They can't do anything about it. Is able to do it, but the ult sticks, so he cannot go back to safety. He's going to stick it out near the decoding station. Leviathan going to have to retake.
That's okay. It's just going to keep whittling down the decode timer for now. And at least Team Nadeshot is healthy, with 4 teams of 3 still left on the map. Anything can happen with this angle. Could do some damage, but we're just going to exercise knowledge we are gaining from.
Quick look back on the replay here in the fight that I was talking about. FX, unfortunately, gets styled on a bit. Widows from the top ropes, swings into the backside, gets a full team wipe. So MW, FX are out of here. 4 teams left playing for the brick. Team Nadeshot technically in control.
All right. Hope you guys are all locked in because this is going to get messy. They start to move in. Team Liquid, though, needing to get a brick of their own on 3 kills thus far. And we have started our journey across Space City, across the north.
A coin flip determines whether we play a map or not. 2 teams without, 2 teams with. WK Forever and Leviathan pick up the brick here. We are done in this map. Team Nadeshot, Team Liquid pick up the brick here. We play 1 more and only 1 more. This is it.
All right. Resources coming in. Smokes are down. And Aluru ults coming through straight into the hands of Hodsik.
It's a big pickup from Leviathan. Team Liquid going to have to think twice about this push, but Team Nadeshot still technically in control. It's going to allow potentially Leviathan to make a wrap, though. WK Forever are going to show face down on the east side of the map here. Big moment for Team Nadeshot to just stick the brick and hold. They're about to get pinched, though. WK Forever from one side, Leviathan from the other. Smile knows it. He gets a read. See the comms flying. And they've got some intel here. Should see them through the bulletproof glass on the left as well if they peek a little bit too far, but a ton of util landing on the heads of Team Nadeshot is going to force them to heal up, which is going to allow Leviathan to push through. They can't hold the sight lines if they're using meds. Here comes the ult from Leviathan, immediately punished for it. Actually not ulting Socio Legend, just get fooled. Didn't know Smile was tucked away in the corner. What a play for the split. Team Nadeshot taking a ton of damage, but they're technically in a player advantage. WK Forever going for the steal. They can't get there either. Eclipse takes down Slept. Team Nadeshot into a duo. Team Nadeshot a solo. It's gotta be Smile. Smiling big. Gonna have to play as a solo. He goes down. Team Nadeshot eliminated. The timer paused. It is anybody's game, but Team Nadeshot's the only team that can keep us playing as Team Liquid.
The crazy thing is there is such a large chance that we end here in Game 6 on Space City. WK Forever, Leviathan, they need to reset to a team of 3 if they can. Team Liquid, the big challenger, must emerge. Now, mind you, I mean, we just had Hodsick eat an Alluru ult from Leviathan. The reset comes through. They're in Central Command building still.
WK Forever pick up the take. They're in control of the brick. Team Nadeshot, MW, FX, all waiting in the wings, hoping and praying that Team Liquid can pull a rabbit out of a hat. Show us some magic. Keep this game going.
They're just watching from the southern side of things. WK Forever has spread out. They do have a Tempest. They have a Luna. They're going to be investing those arrows and keeping apprised of where everyone is pushing through. But Mendo on the south side, just ahead of the Central Command bridge, is scouting out for the team. Maybe we can find some movement. Maybe here's Eclipse running straight towards him. That's why Mendo goes prone. The trap is set. Will Eclipse fall for it? Oh!
I heard you slam your desk.
Right into the open arms.
The rats are in. They get their cheese. A pickup there from Team Liquid and a quick loot means Leviathan down to a solo.
Whatever it takes. 1 by 1. Still plenty of time. 1:15 on the clock for the decode. Ooh. Widows, what are we going to do? Socio is too close to the brick decoding station to be able to pull him through, so you are a solo. Maybe you pick up something onto Team Liquid, but we send Mendo out yet again.
Here's the thing. We learned this yesterday. There is a scope these players have that they can check who the opponents are sometimes. So I have assumed at this point, Leviathan have to know that the team decoding the brick right now is WK Forever. If WK Forever get this brick, Leviathan make it to the finals. This solo is only eyes on of Team Liquid who are moving forward. 25 seconds. Team Liquid, the weight of the lobby on their shoulders. WK Forever have to have the perfect defense.
Oh, no.
Can they get styled on twice by Mendo? He pushes in, going straight for the steal, but he can't get there in time. Ult runs out of time. 14 seconds. It's going to have to be precision. They can wipe them all. 1 down, 1 fold. 9 seconds on the clock. You've got to wipe the entire team from the top ropes. Precision with the perfect angle. 1 goes down, the other running away. You got to go for the steal. Can he jump it in time? 0 seconds, and it lands. Team Liquid, keep the game alive. Seabots, a perfect play to run away and stay alive, but we jump it just in the nick of time.
Look at Team Liquid's squad points. Of course, it'll change post-extraction and whatever happens after this, but they have the most. If they get this brick, it is going to be a brawl between WK Forever and Leviathan.
Team Liquid in the power position. Seabots, unfortunately, a sitting duck. Eliminated. Down goes the lobby. Team Liquid get the brick. They get the lobby. They get the loot. There was a question in my mind after a frustrating start. They start slow rolling their way to some points. They take off in the last one. But this time, they find their way to even more. The team seated at the top of this lobby finally finds their way to the top of the leaderboard, but job is not done yet. We go one more map. This will be the last map, no matter what. 3 teams with the brick, 3 teams without. So much on the line, Tiff. What a way to wrap up the Survivor stages.
And now we go again. Game 7 goes. Do we go to Brackish? Are we running it down on Space City? What do we feel comfortable with? It's our team in last place. FX will be picking. Before then, you've got to see what happens here. Thanks to Precision, you just see him locked in. Self-healing battle stinger on top. Finds Peaky from behind, just moving through these storage containers.
What a move. Hodsick, the wherewithal to jump it. WK Forever can't believe it. And Precision, the ice in the veins to clutch up over the top. It's also worth mentioning, we really haven't brought this up today. Precision's the sub. Boy isn't able to play today or isn't playing today for whatever reason. Precision has been their substitute throughout the season. He's been their only sub. He's been lurking in the shadows, waiting on his moment to shine, and he is certainly shining bright today. What a play from Team Liquid to clutch up. Brick officially taken. And they're going to also loot up and see if they can get anybody out. They're going to at least send Mendo out via test workshop here to protect the golds that he's got.
Run. Run. So fast, so quick. Intrusive thoughts, guys. Sorry.
He's got plenty of time to get out via test workshop. The other two just going to stack the safe boxes and prepare for next. What a day. Man, somebody's got to get this Precision guy a contract. Holy cow.
Dude's annihilating the competition right now between him and Mendo fragging and Hodsick just finding info and popping the Mandel brick with such perfect timing. Like, nicely played, Team Liquid.
Great play. Mendo's out. A huge swing in points. 39 total points currently showing. That might decrease a little bit after these two don't make it out. But still, top of the leaderboard now by a ton. And with a brick in hand. Total flip of the script. What a move. What a change. And now, what a map we will have here in the last map of the day. Last 10 seconds showing us our parkour, because what the heck else are you going to be doing on the map? You've already looted all these boxes. You know this is the end of the line. You've done your inventory management. Let's get back to the lobby and see how the next one goes. Whew. All right. Map 6 did not disappoint, Tiff. That was a fun one. I just can't wait for the next.
Talking about it, breaking it all down, and went their way finally for Team Liquid. It did get one brick yesterday and couldn't get into the top 2 to solidify their finals. But the pathway for Team Liquid is hard fought here on Survivor Match Day 2. We look into WK Forever, who were so close to ending out the series and solidifying Leviathans and themselves to get to the finals. But now everything is on the horizon for them.
Here we go. Team Liquid, best team today. They were the top seeded team today. And they come in map 6 and pick up 8 kills, 4 million assets taken out of the map, plus a mantle brick, nearly 1,700 damage. My goodness. What a banger back-to-back max for these guys. Finally getting the brick, though, puts them into the top spot in the leaderboard, assuredly. Those 8 kill points are shown there from the 8 kills they pick up, and the 4 million in technicality they're able to take out of the map is another 2. So a solid 10-point map for them. But the brick, the most important piece. MVP of this round. If it's not him, I will cry and eat a shoe. Precision, my goodness, clutching up. Perfect timing, clearing the way for Hodsick to jump the brick in the final second.
Ain't no way we're eating shoes at 10:30 p.m. on the East Coast. I cannot be having that out of my co-caster right now. Of course, our top assisters here, all Leviathan. They were constantly putting damage in across the way, but Mendo getting out of the map is going to put him at the top of the Team Liquid boys. But look, solid round out of them. Solid round.
Got it. Right on the money. Precision, the substitute, comes in, and the MVP of the round that Team Liquid gets the brick. Great team play, but Precision, great individual plays as well. 900 damage, 4 kills, and
Again, back.
over 750,000 in
I saw that the Colin popped off.
The bodies left on the ground.
And he got the brick at 0 seconds.
The
Locked
final
in.
map, no matter what is coming up next. Map 7. It's going to be a banger. 3 teams with a brick, 3 teams without. Make sure you drop a follow on all major socials here with Delta Force because, I mean, listen, of course we couldn't do it without them, but you need to check out everything going on in the Delta Force ecosystem. Yes, Delta Force Rise series has been unbelievably entertaining, but also season updates, all types of things going on with Delta Force. So drop those follows, check out the Delta Force Rise series and those Twitch panels down below. Check out the website. I got to take a breather and get some water before the final map of the day. Half the teams with a brick, half without. If some of these teams, Tiff, at the bottom of the leaderboard get a brick, it will come down to tiebreakers. Kills, points matter, everything matters. Let's see what happens. We'll take a short break. Be right back in just a moment.
Damage in the entire group stage for a reason. He's got one, he's got...
The enemy got the mantle bricks. Find and stop them. Mantle bricks decoded. Nice work, operator.
The time to strike is now. Do not let me down, operator.
Decoding has begun. Defend the area.
Is about to take the first brick of the tournament. And they're going to do it.
What goes around, comes around.
Not going to do very much. You get barrel stuff. Skydie is getting aggressive.
See what I did there? You ain't seen nothing yet.
Let's knock them off their feet.
And keep them down.
Welcome back, Delta Force Rise Series, America's
I like Darth.
Survivor
He
Stage
is so
2.
happy. Look at this
Smiles
guy.
for precision after
He
a
is
crazy
very
last
happy.
round.
Colin
What
locked
a
in.
moment for Team Liquid to grab the map 6 brick through the chaos and the bodies that stood around them.
They
This time,
grabbed
get
it
the
at
brick, and they
0
find their way to the
seconds.
top of the
They're
leaderboard
in a
by
good spot now.
11 points over W Keep Forever. Leviathan
Pretty
12
much
points away, and now tiebreakers
as long
desperately matter. Only
as
top 2 make it.
W Key
So, of course, we pay
Forever,
attention to the teams with the brick,
like they
but the
can't
teams
get
without,
third,
Team
right?
Nadeshot
There's
could
no way
grab a
they can
brick
get
here
third.
and still make
Because
it
let's
to the
say
finals.
another
Who
team,
is going
let's
to
say
do it?
Nate Shaw
What
grab
is
the
our
brick,
final round
they still
of
get
the day
first,
going to bring
right?
us? We only have to figure out,
Yes.
'cause every operator is going to be available as we look towards round 7, guys. We're going back to Space City. The gauntlet of Space City continues.
This is it. Space City is the last map. As a reminder, rules. Couple things. One, look at this screen. Every operator back up for grabs. You can still only use 2, so you're going to see this meta comp likely on most teams. Could even see a double Tempest from a couple of our teams if they want to. But because it's the last map, technically the team in last place could choose between Brackish or Space City. They choose Space City. We are staying with the banger maps that we've been having on Space City. We're going to see it one more time. And let's see how it plays out. MW, FX.
Yeah, I think they just automatically qualify as long as 2 teams. Well, for them to lose,
with that in mind,
one team has to double brick, and another team needs to get more kills than them.
question in my mind right now, Tiff.
So they just need to play this really slow, I think. They don't even need the double brick. They just need to play really slow and just play spoiler.
Honestly, I think you do.
That is
need to
how
have
I would
someone that's gonna have
say
vital
they need
resources. Those
to, how they
incendiaries
need to
from our
play.
lures have been incredibly nice. Even the
And the
rockets, we've seen
D-Dot,
big
hi,
pickups on
Rave.
knockdowns, even just getting some information. You do need the chance to have information. People are finding so much of that with Luna. So it is tough. It's kind of a give and take. You do want an aggro. I don't know, man. I'm thinking of our game 7 on Amiya the other day. We did have Alliance bring in 2 Tempests, but that was also back on Brackish.
I don't know. Time will tell. This is it. The last chance for
Double
every
Tempest is
single
kind of
team in this
insane.
game to make it to the finals. 2 will make it, 4 will not. 4 will be eliminated from the Delta Force Rise series. This is it, folks. The final chance, the final map. Talk about a last chance qualifier. Talk about a survivor stage. It is now a survivor map. I'm so ready for this, Tiff.
Let's get into it. Let's get ready and think about who is going to be bringing in what. I'm imagining just resources galore as I try to peruse some of our compositions, but everyone locked into a Tempest, no double Tempest, tons of Lunas, and honestly, not a lot of engineers, but okay, W key forever. Hot Sick is being targeted.
Yeah, bad news. Team Liquid did pick up a nice spawn. Unfortunately, that does mean that sometimes you get picked up in transition. Leviathan able to make it through Westgate, nice and safe. Team Liquid in a bit of trouble on employee tap passage too. I'll swing back over there here in just a second. But a great call out on the comps. It's a Tempest and a Luna for every single team. And then it's just if you want to run Toxic or you want to run Stinger. This is classic. This is the thing you see on the graphics. This is the meta comp on Space City. Some people just prefer Toxic for the utility that they bring aside from Stinger. Stinger has that extra smokes that are kind of nice. So, but here's the shots from across the way. Peaky actually able to find a cheeky little angle there on Team Liquid. We'll see if they're able to stabilize going into this one.
I keep on moving through. I do see. Oh man, now we got our sights set on the brick. Who's going to be the first ones to go that route? FX kind of laying claim still to the decoding station out with Uemura. Does have the duo up towards the brick. Madwin still in dormitory. Potentially if the decode goes that way.
Don't want to be the first team to make a mistake. I like Team Nate's position in the centrifuge, though. I have Leviathan underneath him, but either way, it's still a powerful position. WQ forever now, catching some flack for the shots they were taking from before. Team Liquid shooting back, doing a bit of damage, but not able to get the knock. They do have all 3 back on their feet, though, so nice job to restabilize.
All right. To the north we go. We haven't been able to push back down just yet. And honestly, I could only assume we were going to see something slower, but FX, now that Tempest ults are up, immediately dives onto it, joins up alongside Uemura, and he's going to lead the way. We are moving over towards Horizontal Test Workshop.
Yeah, this is a great play. FX, again, not wasting any time. They're at the bottom of the leaderboard. They need a miracle, frankly, to make it to the finals. The miracle that they're calling upon is basically, hey, we spawned over a test workshop. We own the south side of the map. We know we're in control of it. Let's just go for the brick and hope nobody shoots us by smoking it. They do exactly that. They take it down to the decoding station. They know that that is free. And they're throwing it down here. We have seen a different decoding station. All three of these maps here on Space City, all of the maps on Space City, actually. We went outdoors, we went indoors, we went to the sand, we went to the south. 4 different decoding stations on 4 Space City maps. Team Nadeshot, the first to react and the first to move, going near water, wrapping around the west side of the map, down towards the decoding station.
And with the amount of squad points that they have, this could do wonders. This could put them into the top 2, and they're probably pretty cognizant about that. FX, though, I mean, getting kind of rolled on some of their early engagements, but look at them setting up, reading Team Nadeshot's push. But Slept has been so great for opening fights for them.
Yeah, these marksman rifles hit like a truck. I got a bit scared. I thought Team Nadeshot was just going to full tilt send over the zip line, and they're about to get farmed. So nice patience here from the boys. Trying to think about where we want to go from here. Can't take zip, we die, so I have to wrap on land.
Still calm. Dropping things out. Only 1 minute has been expended on that decode. Plenty of time to happen. Now, holding Horizontal Test Workshop's decode is usually pretty flawless. To think about who's going to be able to kind of break this down. They're in a 2-1 split. Marino kind of holding out to the northeast of this.
Here we go. Patience, a virtue in moments like this. Team Nadeshot not wanting to sell. Leviathan, though, working their way forward. They're actually going to see MW just sitting inside of a truck. Bye-bye. 1 down. MW in a blender. 2 on the run. Leviathan going on the hunt.
Drinking water, D-Dot. Make sure you're hydrated.
Tough for Mad Win, but the less teams on the board means less competition for them to kind of close this one out. And they need all the kills they can get, but Socio gets traded out by Rapid. Now in a 2v2. Luna Era is going out, maybe potentially trying to find that full, but Rapid has to focus up on getting healed. Widow's biding his time alongside Socio. Insta-res, thanks. I mean, look, if you're going to knock a Tempest, they're getting back up.
Good play over the top. MW in a blender. Tempest invested to try to get some extra juice. Don't get it, but of course, this fight, it kind of matters because it keeps 2 teams out of the way of the decoding station. But there's 90 seconds left on this decoding station. FX still in control of the brick. And only Team Nadeshot currently approaching this decoding station. They're going to loot the bodies, going to take the guns, make sure if this person gets back up on their feet, they can't use their loadout weapons. But we got to swing back towards the brick. See what's going on over there. Team Nadeshot maybe pushing up. Here they are on bridge. WK Forever is starting to come get involved as well. You have to have a brick to make the final
WK Forever
moves.
getting
60 seconds
active.
on the clock. FX have a kill box around the decoding station. Who makes the first move?
Let's see. 50 seconds. It's ticking down. Honestly, if you guys push at the exact same time, too much chaos for FX to be able to handle. You have to invest the Tempest ult, and this is where we look to peak. Straight on a Team Nadeshot. You're going to need to find some momentum off of this. Instead, don't get the knock just yet. We keep on re-peaking while that ult is enabled. Knife going through. Position exposed. We need to get something, but instead, we get found by Leviathan on the cross.
WK Forever going for it. That gets punished. Marino catches him. 2 ulting Tempest down. Is it too little too late? We're just rolling forward. Stick with Team Nadeshot. Where are they? Slept rolls forward. Ult is up. He goes down as well. FX are going to get the brick. No one can get there in time. FX steal away a brick in map 7. It's too late. It's too slow.
That's too funny.
Besides that, do they get anything? They get a wipe this lobby and
They're unironically grieving. Ah, that's too funny.
From the Delta Force Rise series.
They're thinking of getting back into Delta Force. Exciting. Now's a good time. There's a lot of free tickets. And good events are up right now.
To get their money up. Best way to do that is wipe the lobby, loot everybody, and get out. That is the winning
And a team like now need to be very careful because they're closing the gap, so they need to play for kills and the points.
Second place is at 27.
Absolute.
I think there's not enough points. Only one team can overtake them. Plus, they'll get second no matter what. They can do it. They automatically win now.
And now 10 squad points.
freaking
You have to get literally 20 plus Because look who's getting wiped. FX
Season
are
2
in
esports
shambles
gonna
now.
go
Yuki
crazy.
Mira last
Very nice.
alive.
It's brutal. It's what they had to do. FX had to make this play. But bad timing in the gunfights means that it won't matter. They're not going to make it to finals. It's going to be a tiebreaker. FX eliminated. I can assuredly tell you now, FX have a brick, but they will not make it to finals. Team Nadeshot, MW, FX, out of this competition. Team Liquid, as long as they don't scam, and as long as one of these other two
Look,
teams
he's saying as long as they don't scam. But I they're like locked in. Wow, they're pretty much they just need to not die to Leviathan and
Things are
WJF.
about to get really mixy on the leaderboard, and you've got to be flawless. Team Liquid are feeling pretty dang good after that massive game, getting Mendo out of the map, procuring as many squad points as they can, and they are still up on the north side of things. In terms of the southern battle, you can see it on the map. Team Nadeshot, Leviathan, MW, and WK Forever are still down here.
Pildora picks up Socio Legend, Leviathan. They can't die here. They cannot get wiped. That's the only win con for them. They need to stay alive. They have to maintain presence on the map. MW now are just trying to play spoiler. There's nothing else they can do. They want to win some gunfights. They want to get some extra cash. It's $50 per kill. That's the only thing they can play for, and they're getting it. Eclipse goes down.
That is so funny. FX like griefed the
If they
break.
die here, and WK Forever know it, WK Forever will secure second place. It is all up to Widows. Eclipse has done it once. Socio's done it once. Widows goes to the water to try to stay alive, and he goes for a swim, goes into the drink with a quarter HP.
And WK Forever are giving the comms, hey, someone is lurking below. But the shark! We've seen sharks ruin lives there.
Ain't no way. Ain't
Not like this. Not like this.
Way.
Balance of the 1 He's kite. Get that.
The problem is, WK Forever is just guarding the water. If he pops his head up, he dies.
Bro.
And the shark's gonna come back for more. This is the scariest part of the whole Rise series. Do you have phasmophobia? Or thasalophobia, whatever it's called. I'm so scared of the water now. This is unbelievable.
Guys, I don't go in past my ankles for a reason. He's getting chomped.
He could drown.
There's a lot of things going wrong. But it's okay. Widows is healthy. He's happy. He is locked. Everything's fine.
He's got recon arrow. This guy is fighting for his life and the life of Leviathan in the Delta Force Rise series is on the back of Widows outswimming a shark. He dies! Leviathan are dead! He's getting griefed by the map and Pildora finds him!
Oh no. Gosh, I don't...
Okay, so pretty much your first and second place are guaranteed now.
Right now. I don't.
GG's.
That is so
WTF
many
made it
different
to
ways
finals.
of unfortunate for how this final map could have played out for them. But as you see, squad points on the left. If WK Forever can just find some kills, put some dog tags up in that safe box, and maybe send one out of the map as we hit the replay. Oh, not like this.
Slept also is getting griefed by the map. The shark actually killed him. The shark killed.
The shark is gonna get MVP this game.
I can't.
The shark has more kills than some players in this entire lobby. Holy cow. All right, let's lock back in, Tiff.
Rocket extract started.
Yeah, you can see Team Liquid are actually spotting players. This is that scope we talked about where you can see who your opponents are. We saw it actually, that rangefinder scope that Hot6 running. See your opponents, see how far away they are. WK Forever have picked up some extra loot. Oh my goodness. Now, the teams don't know everything that we know. It's not 100% over for them. If WK Forever get wiped, there's a chance they lose whatever gear they brought in and they dip down, but I don't think 6 points of a difference will happen here. And you can see they're stacking their safe boxes full, and it's namely on the back of the fact they already have a team wipe. They already have 3 kills here, Tiff. I think that's GG's. I think we have our 2 teams.
Oh my god. It does look a lot more
They would
separated
need
out
to
than what
have
we had
like
seen
12
in some of
mil
our
of
other
lead.
tiebreakers. But a game 7 this deep Saturday night proven to be entertaining for dang sure.
I am flabbergasted.
Insane.
Here goes
Pure
Loud.
insanity.
Playing aggressive, gets punished for it. W key forever. This will assuredly net them 2nd place. 2 bodies fall. The Shark will eat 1. They'll wipe the other. And Pildora will be last standing for his team. MW, again, they've got nothing to play for. Might as well send it. They send the house, and unfortunately, the house gets denied a bank loan. See you later. 1 player left. 2 teams left. I can't believe this.
It really do be like that. It really... Stop.
Yeah.
Bro, we got megalodons on Space City.
What a wild end of the day. I thought I had seen it all. 4 teams with a brick. And the Shark ruining Leviathan's tournament. Ruining all the work that they put in.
I think they're
Could've
just trying to leave so
clutched
that
up.
they
I
don't
know.
give
We've
Team
seen it
Liquid
before.
more points.
It was
Because
possible.
little they know, Team Liquid
Getting
still have
briefed by
lots
the
of
map.
points.
The rest of this is semantics at this point. We know our top 2 teams. No question about it. Team Liquid find their way to some extra loot. W Key Forever actually getting out of the map as well. Doing their best here in the final 3 minutes to try to at least protect what loot value they can. Peaky may try to stay on the map and look for some kills, but the scores are way too far delineated. W Key Forever with a couple more kills. They've picked up 5 this map, up by 9. Doesn't really matter what happens. They all get wiped, and they certainly are ahead of Leviathan. FX, they grab the brick, yes, but the hopes of them getting 2nd place in this tournament were relying on them wiping the lobby because they had, frankly, a brutal day today.
I feel pretty bad for Team Nadeshot because I feel like they were so heated up, ready to go. Ready to get themselves a brick. And just missed it by some mere moments over the course.
That was the best Team Nadeshot I've seen. Aside from maybe their win in week 1, but again, that even wasn't very aggressive. It was just playing the objective correctly. Today, they were a totally different roster. You could tell they've been in the lab. They've been prepping for this moment. They got their shot, and they took their shot, and they were doing it. They were winning, but some really unlucky timings in some of these fights. And unlucky spawns, too. We needed a couple other people closer to FX down on the south side of this map, and everybody rotated up to mid. And even when the brick went down south, just the way the spawns worked, there was some early engagement that kind of kept people in place. It was a quagmire to rotate out. So everybody was just too slow.
Oh man, what a dang day. And as everyone's still working through the final minutes of this map. I love that we got the x-ray of the shark through the map still too, honestly, is one of the most terrifying things at this point. Don't catch me in 30A at any point in time by the beach.
I'm going to the beach next week.
Stay out of the water.
Facts. There you have it. Gonna extract here, gonna loot up at the very least. And we'll take a look at Pildora trying to, again, just look for some kills on the map. It's $50 if you get a kill. Might as well go for it. Pildora running towards Test Workshop to see what he can find as Team Liquid going to send 1 out via Test Workshop yet again just to protect some loot value, make sure they get 1st or 2nd. You can see how close it was. I mean, WK Forever and Team Liquid tied up in total points as Mindo leaves the lobby just to 100% make sure. And they actually scan Pildora here in the final 60 seconds as well. They'd like to find this kill just to 100% make sure that they get a top 2 position, but of course we know that that's going to be the case.
There you have it. A little movement going in and a little 1v1. We connect, but don't get the 1v1. Precision gonna rack up another kill for Team
Yeah,
Liquid.
Colin
One more
locked
point
in
going
today.
their way. And now the final 20 seconds as W Key Forever. See ya.
I think somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but at least in the matches I've casted, one, that was the most unique ending to a match I've ever seen. Two, that's the only time I've ever seen a team extract
Go
via rocket.
T1. T was not even playing.
Hey, a couple of firsts here for the final map of the Survivor stages. We have now officially seen it all, but maybe I've said that before. Team Liquid make it through to the finals. They did enough. Some incredibly clutch moments. Minda 1v3s, precision 1v multiples.
Smokey's cheering. Made it all the way.
Call it what you may. WK Forever had a great day.
Crap having a smack.
Made it all work. Put all the puzzle pieces together and still smiles for FX. They know they spoiled some other teams' days by grabbing that brick, but unfortunately they will not be joining us in the finals.
Unironically walked in Team Liquid for first or second. It was so funny.
And of course, Team Nadeshot, probably the saddest story after a great day today, will not make it to the finals as well. FX, best team because they got the brick, but other than that, not much else to write home about. Ton of damage, frankly, for only one kill. But only one kill and a brick means they will certainly not catch the top two teams.
They were definitely trying to make the moves, putting their plan in play for the final map of the day, and you get the brick, you're halfway there, but those squad points needed to be found, and some early wipes in the prior rounds definitely cost them. As we look at our scoreboard, WK Forever grabbing 5 kills will be pretty nice to make sure that they stay inside that top 2.
Yeah, great job. WK Forever took the game into their own hands. They played really aggressive. That 10-kill round plus brick was ridiculous. It's really what won them the competition, or at least got them second. So great job there. WK Forever Crab picks up, golly, 828 damage is a ridiculous number. And then Seabot's finding a ton of assists. But it's all WK Forever in the assist category because they had the most kills on the map.
All right, as we filter through the rest of our top players there for round 7, WK Forever, that rocket extraction point is going to allow them to have a ton of assets earned, which just get them even more squad points to go for the tiebreaker. And as we inch closer towards the end here, our MVP is going to be Crab for round 7.
Great job from Crab. Great job from WK Forever. Even if this went a slightly different direction, even if a different team grabbed that brick, WK Forever still had a great map to put themselves in a position to win today based on tiebreaker, right? They picked up a ton of kills. They found their way to extracting as well. Like, really well done from these guys. So GG's here for WK Forever, making it to the finals. Well earned and a great finish for them. And now we wait just to make sure all the math lands correctly, and I know that it certainly will, especially with WK Forever getting out of the map. Team Liquid also making it to the finals. Not sure who gets first or who gets second. It's probably pretty close, but it doesn't matter. There's no reward for being a little bit higher seed going into the finals. You just had to be top 2 today. So again, it's a bit somber for the final 4 teams that don't make it to the finals, as we see 4 more teams eliminated from the Delta Force Rise series. But Tiff, the exciting note is that we have our 6 teams for the finals.
We do. We have our finals lobby, and everyone that's going to be playing on Sunday is guaranteed at least $10,000 for their team. That's crazy. With a chance to play for our first place at $60K. They've done it. They've survived the survival stage, and it has not been easy.
Not been easy. We've seen a lot of firsts. We've seen a lot of nail-biter moments. This literally could not have gone longer. We went to the final buzzer on map 7. Really cool stuff. Everybody playing meta comps, like, I don't know. Only time will tell what happens in the finals. Evil Geniuses, Space Station Gaming, haven't seen them in a little while. Obviously, the top dogs in group stages.
That is really funny that FX got the break at the very end.
Best team today, though, got to be Team Liquid. They barely edge out WK Forever on the leaderboard with a kill point tiebreaker.
With one extra kill point.
And then 22 versus 21 kills at the top of the leaderboard.
Congratulations from Team Liquid.
Is it a surprise to see them in the finals? Absolutely not.
Let's go.
Is it a surprise in this fashion? Absolutely. What a fun day, and congratulations again to our top 2 teams.
And as you see, Leviathan there and FX both with the brick, but not going to have enough squad points to beat that tiebreaker. That's why we're
gonna
talking
call
about
it
that round
there for
7.
today.
Leviathan needing...
Okay. Oh, yeah, done. They made it. Yippee. I'm really happy for them. They did really well. Alright, I'm hopping off. I need to go check in on my sister. Okay, bye everyone.